Yo, we're on time.
Yes, we are. We are. We did say 7:15. So
yeah. So we're good. We're good. So yo, how's it going, Grae? How are you, man?
I'm good. I just came from watching Damsel, the best movie ever by Netflix. do not watch it. It's a shit show.
Yeah. How's it going, chat room?
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown couldn't carry that show.
All right, cool. We already have a bunch of people who are hanging out in the chat room. We have Argo, we have Booming Bob, we got Apollo, we got Lost Tales, one of our mods hanging out in the chat as well. Same with Nagranol. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hokies is hanging out in the chat. What's going on? What's happening? Yo, Kohauser with the freaking 7 months. Yo, says Eggroll. What's up, Phil, Grae, and WickedVirtue 199. Yo, what's going on? So, yes, we have a guest today. I asked her, and then I was like, I know you're going to be super tired because she basically just ended her show like 15 minutes ago. And I'd like to bring her on. It's super sweet for her to come on and saying yes. And it's awesome to have her on. Please, everyone, welcome WickedVirtue.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Going great. Thank you so much for asking me to come on.
Yeah, of course. I know that we have you only for a little bit, so I want to bring you on. And so for people who don't know who you are, like we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff today, but stay as long as you need to. Just message us in the private chat. It's like, hey, you guys sort of suck. I'm going to be leaving in like 5 minutes, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so for people who don't know who you are, tell us who are you and what do you do?
Okay, so I started playing with the YouTube and internet stuff, really like streaming, playing games. So I do a lot of that. But I would say it's been a little over a year that I started doing podcast stuff where it's a little bit of pop culture stuff, but I kind of, besides our Saucy Saturday, which is a show that I was just doing, I don't do that much pop culture stuff anymore. Just some stuff maybe that I like, which is sadly not much these days. But yeah, so that's it. I also do pirate stuff, a lot of pirate stuff. I know you guys, I'm sure have seen me on History of Pirates with Jay and I almost said X-Ray. There's two. I confuse them all the time. Like I get messages for both of them. I'm like X-Ray, X-Wing. Wait, I'm gonna end up sending like the wrong message. With X-Wing and Kings, and sometimes Capable Gentlemen. So yeah, I kind of do a lot. Like I would say a little bit of everything, but it's a mix. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But that's me. I don't, I do cosplay sometimes too. That's basically it.
That's awesome. So how did you get in touch with Jay and like X-Wing and stuff like that? Like how did you guys start doing the pirate stuff? And I know you guys play a Sea of Thieves like on a weekly basis. So like how did you guys meet, and how did you meet the rest of the crew?
So out of everyone G&G and stuff, I guess, and all of them, I actually didn't know who any of them were. I found Jay for the first, it was on Instagram because Gina posted something about him doing a charity. And the funny thing is I had no idea that he was even a streamer on YouTube. At this point, he'd already did an interview with her and he was getting bigger. He was part of G&G. Didn't know who any of them were. I just saw, that he did a charity thing. She put it on, I think it was an Instagram story, because I didn't have Twitter at this point either. And I had taken a break from streaming. I used to only stream on Twitch games, and I had taken a year break at this point. So I was completely out of the game. I didn't know anything. But yeah, she posted that, and I thought his name was funny. I thought the name Drunk 3PO was funny. And he posted all the work he does, the humanitarian work and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's real nice. I could use this on my feed. And that's literally just how I started following him, and then met him, and I seen all the rebellion stuff, and I was like, this is awesome. So, and then eventually I found, I think Parkoppin was probably the first G&G thing I ever had seen. And I found who everyone else was through that. And yeah. And the pirate stuff, that was all Jay just asked me to join. He knows I like pirate stuff, and I always do pirate cosplays and stuff. So they asked me to come on, and I was really happy. That's honestly probably my favorite show that I do, because it's just so chill and it's fun. It's different. It's not pop culture. And I love learning stuff. I love history things. So yeah, I even do videos sometimes for him on the Horrid History channel. If you guys have heard of that one, that is his newest channel. Yes. I know he's got 30 channels. That's one of them. I've done a video on there. That's also fun. I like history stuff. So yeah, it's not really in depth. It was basically I found him because Gina. Really, to sum it up, which I think a lot of people did.
So you've only been doing like streaming on like YouTube and like making videos for a short amount of time?
Yeah, it's been a few years because I didn't really, I didn't have a lot of viewership or anything when I was just doing gaming stuff. And then I started doing Wicked's World, which was the first podcast that I started doing. I stopped doing that for a little bit, but just brought that back. And it was centered around pop culture stuff. And then I got tired of it and I took a few months off doing that show. And now I just kind of, it's a little bit different. I just have guests sometimes and we just talk about random topics that are going on in the world. And some funny stuff. And I actually have a Monday show now that I do too. That's a Monday coffee show, just an hour long. And I talk about positive things. Like I did Thomas Sowell the other day. Just random stuff like that. I try to put some positivity out there since, well, you guys know you're here on the internet. You see what goes on. There's not much positivity, especially these days.
Yep.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of I'll say like negativity online, and plus like the people who are usually online, who are spewing a lot of like negativity and hateful stuff are usually the loudest ones. Even though they are the loudest, they are a minority, but they are
they're the loudest.
Yeah, the squeaky wheel definitely gets the grease. But awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And so you're a big horror fan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I like more of the old school stuff, right? Like I know people think that because I play a lot of horror games and stuff that's my favorite genre. It's not, but I do like a lot of horror. I'm just a big film buff, like a big movie buff. Like old school horror is great. I'm not big on like the gore stuff. Like I like the campy, silly slasher one's the best. Like Evil Dead. I actually just got this thing. Evil Dead 2 is my favorite. Lulu, one of my peoples, gifted this to me. It's awesome. I love the Evil Dead franchise. But that's more of the silly, campy horror. But but yeah, I am into horror. Yes. Is that our next topic? Something horror?
Yeah, it is a little bit related because you do play. Oh, like I'm not sure this is a segue into our first topic. And it's just one post, but I do want to talk about it. You play Dead by Daylight, coming
Yes. Yeah. Oh, so we're gonna do that one. The trans monster.
We're starting with that one. We're starting with that.
Coming in hot. Yeah. No, that's a. Yeah. Oh God, are you gonna bring it up, guys? Be careful, chat. You're not ready for this. It's scary. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I've always people who have been playing Dead by Daylight who's like, it's like, oh, you should play it. It's really fun, and like I know that they added Nicolas Cage like last year or something.
Oh
like
God,
that.
he's like the best, and it's not a character from a movie. It's just Nick Cage. Just Nick Cage. It's so funny. He has so many lines. I haven't even heard them all. Like he just has these funny little things like because you know how in the game they put you on a hook. He'll be getting carried over to the hook. He'll be like, "Don't put me on a hook. I'm not a worm." Just like he yells stuff like that. It's so funny, and it's actually Nick Cage. It's great.
That's awesome.
He's like my favorite because it's just randomly like, okay, we get all these horror characters, but then just Nick Cage. He's the only one that's just Nick Cage. Like they have Ash, they have Bruce Campbell, but it's Ash. It's not Bruce Campbell. It's Ash Williams. Yeah. So it's great. I love it.
Yo, Psychotic Mongoose, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Yo, thank you. Yo, thank you so much for that. Yes, chat. Maybe you guys haven't done so. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. Yes, also subscribe and follow WickedVirtue. It should be in the description below in her link tree. Link tree is good.
Yeah.
Here's one. All right, cool. Yeah, follow her everywhere. She's her link tree is in the description below. But yes, let's go ahead. Yo, Celluloid Dreamer, Dream. Thank you so much for the gifted membership as well. Thank you. Holy
membership
shit.
party.
Thank you. Yo, thank you so much for that. But yes, I do want to talk about this. So, there's
the
a lot
unknown is the name of this one,
which is crazy. Okay, so I'm not gonna bring up the photo yet.
Too scary. You don't want everyone to leave.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and bring this up right over here. This is a statement from the person that was voicing the character, if I'm not mistaken. So this is right over here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. It says, regarding my recent viral witch hanging, I voiced the character from The Unknown in Dead by Daylight. At the time of voicing, it was a great experience. I was told at the time I was voicing the character that there was no model and that the creature was supposed to be amorphous. So I work in the video game industry. So usually in the beginning there is concept.
Yeah.
First, concept usually comes first and then voice. So this person sort of got probably baited into this one. I'm not sure if they did it purposefully, but usually when we come up with characters first, we usually, unless I have this person in mind already, like, oh, I don't know what character this is, but I want Idris Elba to voice it. It's like they have someone in mind. I'm not sure how big this person is, but let's continue. They had no model design before I recorded my lines, so it's my assumption that the design team took my medical history and my ability to use multiple voices as an opportunity to create character models that encapsulate my medical history as trans and capitalize on catering to the transphobic community. I was tricked into voicing a stereotype. Since yesterday, I have been virally harassed for being trans by thousands of people since
Oh God. I've been tricked.
Yeah, no, that's so. If you know anything about Dead by Daylight, like they're a Canadian company and they're very pro like LGBT and all that, right? So I don't think that I think this was not intentional. They weren't trying to make fun of the trans community or anything. And if you want to pull up, I just put in the private chat. This person took all this back, and it's really funny, especially if you look at their Twitter, because the banner is the picture of the unknown, and in the actual description of like his whatever it's Twitter page, it says like oh, I'm voicing the unknown. So really, they're really taking this back, and it's kind of funny. If you read the tweet that I put, it makes it even funnier because like we did this on my thing like right after. Just read it. It's hilarious because you're not gonna get any voice work, right? You're coming at the company. Nobody's gonna want to hire you, and it's like if you really care that much about your image, then I guess give the money back and have them take the character out, have them take you. You know what I mean? And another thing, I'm sure in the contract, because didn't they say right here? Or no, I think in the tweet here they say that they were trying to get all the info on the character and stuff, and it's like, well, when you signed the contract, did you read it?
Yeah.
Like, did the contract say that you need to be let in on all these details or not? Because I'm guessing it didn't. So if you cared about that so much, you should have had it put in the contract. I mean, I don't know much about contracts and video game stuff, but that's just how I look at it. If it was that important, ask questions maybe before you sign the contract and do the voice. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a girl on the internet.
Yo, Side Scroll is hanging out in the chat.
Hey!
Hello. It says, hey guys.
Is it Craig?
Congrats. Yeah, is it Craig?
Or is it Blabs? It's probably Blabs is probably asleep.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
Love seeing you grow. Yo, thank you so much, Side Scroll, for hanging out. Also, stop harassing people.
No, we're gonna continue.
Never.
Yo, thank you so much for hanging out. Yo, I hope you're doing well. Okay, so we're gonna bring up the photo. So
everybody get ready.
Yeah, avert your eyes, so this is just the up close shot right over here. Yeah, like I think there's a full body one where the body's like sort of contorted. Like
So I'm not sure. Like I know I haven't actually kept up. I haven't played. I've been into, like you guys said, I play a lot of Sea of Thieves and I'm getting into Helldivers and stuff too right now. So I've kind of Dead by Daylight has taken a bit of a back seat. But from what I've heard, this character can morph into other characters. That's one of their like perks. So it's like that's not really trans. That's what word is it? I don't know, morpher. I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
It's. I just
think it's call it non-binary.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I don't know all these fancy terms.
Yeah. Well, we don't know all the letters anymore because like that gets updated every week. It's like,
exactly.
But the thing is, like, if you're voicing for a character in a game like Dead by Daylight, right? You gotta expect some zombies there.
You better make my monster pretty, or I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, what was she expecting? She's gonna look like Tifa? It's like, I don't know. It's like it's really strange. It's like, for me, it would be fine. It's like I would even be, for me, any person. It's like if I was to voice a zombie, I would feel more motivated if it looked something like that. Because like you get to be wild. You get to voice act however you get to make those disgusting zombie sounds. For me, it'll be a fun experience on top of getting paid. But for some reason, she sees herself identifying as that. Yeah, that's really, you're really pushing the envelope there. It's like, I don't know.
And her, like, I keep saying her, and like everyone in my chat was like, "It's it." I'm like, this is all confusing, okay? But when they say it has to be an attack of being physically, a risk of being physically attacked. It's like nobody knows, especially when you hear how it sounds. The monster, it's not like how we sound. Clearly, it's like a monster sound. So now that she made such a big stink about it, that's why people are going to know, what she looks like and everything. And I think it backfired. She wanted attention, right? She's trying to bring more views, more engagement, the drama, but it backfired bad. So that's why they backtracked. And I sent you I don't know if you guys already had that, you might have, but the tweet, I think the post that you showed was maybe from like Facebook or something. I'm not sure. But they backtracked, right? They totally tweeted or whatever, put that post up about, feeling attacked and I don't know, chat, you can answer this. Does it seem like that post is trying to get them to like get people to boycott behavior, the development company a little bit, right? Or like give them some hate? And then the tweet, this was 2 days ago, the tweet that I sent you guys that they put out, and it's like backtracking hard because they don't care about actually getting money, or not money. They only care about the money. They cash the check already. But you're right. It's Dead by Daylight. What did you expect? There's only one decent looking monster in the game, and it's the Skull Merchant. But even that character, she has like half of like a cyborg kind of mask, but she's thick, and all the boys love it when I play Skull Merchant. They call her Skull Mommy. But it's the only good looking one.
So yeah, Side Scroll says, yes, it's Craig. Gotta show that support. Yo, what's going on, Craig? Yo, thank you for hanging out. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so let's continue with this one right over here. Many folks in the trans community are up in arms over this, and rightfully so.
Probably 3 people.
Yep.
I feel that the reparations from the team that deliberately tricked me is the only logical next. Reparations. Okay. I don't think that's the right word. Probably sue for damages, but maybe. But let's continue. See, I am so upset, so infuriated that people are comparing trans people to these clearly transphobic characters' skins. If I had any idea of the fallout that would happen after simply voicing a character, I would never have in the first place. Let me personally apologize to anybody who has been a victim of transphobia due to the release. Please let me know. Please know that you are loved. Know that you are valid. So as for me, I'm not okay. This has ruined my reputation, has put me physically at risk of being attacked in the public. If anybody recognizes my face or voice, wow. There were no diversity consultants on this project. Are there diversity consultants? Is that a job?
This is a Canadian company?
Well,
probably. If it's from Canada.
Yeah. Ryan mentioned that they already had, and Jeremy said that Dead by Daylight is notorious for pushing diversity, ironically.
They are. That's the thing. Oh my god, they're so pro like LGBT. The only thing they're anti is anti-gun. They'll put characters like from Resident Evil, Ash from Evil Dead, and they have their gun holsters and stuff, but no guns in them because God forbid, characters that can't even use weapons in the game that get murdered have a gun on them for decoration.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh man. The company knew that making a stereotypical man in a dress as a character and having a trans voice actress voice it would bring lots of money and people back into the game. I'm not dumb. I know how marketing works. This seems to be a huge ploy in a trans community along with myself. This is the one that you the tweet, right? That you put up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's been a recent misunderstanding. I love how it started. Even like especially when you go back to back reading the post that you just did, and then this one, it's like the misunderstanding. You're the one that made the post. What are you talking about?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Now everyone is like, wow, I didn't know this person was voiced by a trans person. But now it's sort of like, it's like a Streisand effect kind of thing. It's like no one knew about it until you brought it up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is a grifting thing where they're like, oh, now I can get more followers from like my base or something, but are people who are like, who are, I'm not saying that I'm anti-LGBTQ. Like I have LGBTQ friends and stuff like that. I have trans friends.
Exactly.
But the thing is that like, this person sounds like it's just like, hey, I need more followers, and maybe on the bottom if you scroll down or something, there's a GoFundMe. Okay, there isn't.
That would be funny. There's an OnlyFans link at the end.
But yeah, let's see. Anybody that thinks the skins are going away is not in the loop. Behavior is allegedly aware of the mass transphobic remarks and memes being made, and the game community is not a reflection of the game developers. I think people I forgot which country it is. It's like they're saying that memes is considered like a hate crime.
Oh God, probably Canada or maybe the UK. It's like...
Yeah.
I wasn't kept in the loop with that what the character's final look would be. I was given an ambiguous description for the part, and even though I tried my best to find out more, continually asking for more info, that wasn't possible. This is why I was upset. The skins themselves were never the issue. Lack of communication was. Please stop boycotting behavior. They are not transphobic. It's wrong to take bits of info and jump to your own conclusions. Excuse me. Behavior is a good company. And is that the company? Behavior?
Yeah, Behavior is the company that makes it, but yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Is a good company and has nothing but kind and support through this tough process of receiving mass harassment for my involvement in the character. Leave it alone. Oh man. But yeah, like the reason
look at
crazy.
Their Twitter. Look at the Twitter. Just a quick little peek. Look at a voice actress who voiced the unknown, like in the description, like on the...
Oh, so you even take pride of it then.
And the banner is the unknown. That's what they have as their Twitter banner, is that character now too. I know. Backpedaling hard.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm very upset, but also, did you know that I voiced this character?
It's the only thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Please support it.
Yeah. That's insane. Like when I saw this, I was like, I thought this was like something that someone was just pointing fun at. Like I think the first time I saw it was either on Melanie Max thing, and that's why this is the one that's actually from Melanie Max thing, is where she's the one who pointed it out. I'm like, was it her or was it Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers? I'm like, oh, nevertheless, it's just, I thought it was funny, and then I read the actual why is this important. And I was like, oh, like it could be inadvertently done, but I'm pretty sure it's not. It's just, oh, whoops. But yeah, it's now. Would you play this character?
I actually might, in a funny way. There may be a special stream coming where I'm going to give this lovely little zombie a try.
Yeah, but I don't play Dead by Daylight. But it sounds fun if you can morph to different characters.
It might actually be a cool character. Yeah.
Yeah, it might actually be fun to play if you can morph to different characters.
Yeah. That like for me, I might play it. So is it like a 1v5? Like what type of game is it?
Okay, so there's two options. You can play, if you're playing as the killer, you play with 4 randoms, unless you do a custom game, but you don't get points or anything for it. Like if you want to play with your friends, you can do, it's called Kill Your Friends, and you can play a custom game with them. But you can play with friends if you do Survivor. That's 4 versus the 1 killer. A lot of times I do play with people sometimes, but I think it's funny to go in with randoms because it's just, I don't know. I find it funny and it's stressful, but it's still funny. So yeah, that's the option. So if you do killers by yourself, survive with friends can actually be pretty fun.
Cool. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm gonna see what people in the chat are saying about this. Oki says that you're making fun of it.
Oh, because he always tells me to play Skull Mommy.
All right, I need to see who that is now.
Look up the Skull Merchant, and you're like, okay, So there's a theory that she was actually supposed to be the predator.
Oh, yeah, she does have the claw thing coming out.
And her Mori, which is a special move that they do at the end, if you have to have like a certain offering to do this, but it's a special way to kill somebody at the end. Her Mori is she comes up behind you and then just gets you with it looks very predatory. That gives her like that night vision look. So I really do think that this character was supposed to be the predator, and maybe there was some kind of licensing issue. So they switched and just made it a original character.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, she does. She has some thick in her dick over here next to her waist.
So you see why all the guys want me to play her.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
she's the only not ugly killer in the game. So I would say there's pretty survivors because they have like Jill Valentine, they have Ada Wong, and a lot of those.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones to play. Actually, the
Oh,
Resident Evil characters for the
That's cool.
survivors. It is cool. That's what I'm saying. So whoever that person is saying they needed to get more people in the game. They just dropped last year. They dropped the Alien chapter, which had the Xenomorph and Ripley. Great chapter. And they also dropped Chucky, which came with Chucky and Tiffany from Child's Play. And I'm like, would they drop a new chapter? The company could be annoying sometimes with like their, agenda, whatever. But every 3 months they drop a new character. Every 6 months there's a new map. And it's usually every 6 months that they do a licensed character. Oh, and Nick Cage was also last year. So they did Nick Cage, the Alien chapter, and then the Child's Play chapter. So I think they're doing all right. They updated so much that people still stay interested in the game. And they get new people coming in when they drop a chapter. Like the Resident Evil chapter, they've dropped 2 Resident Evil chapters because they have Jill and Leon, and then they have Ada and Rebecca. And then you could also get skins. Like you can get a Chris skin, and you can get a Claire skin. They have Wesker as one of the killers. It's cool. And they also have the Resident Evil police station as the map for that one. So
that's really, really cool.
Yeah, so I don't think that they needed.
Now.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to do the trans thing to get people in. Like they have a lot of stuff. They have Michael Myers. They have Freddy Krueger. They have a lot of licensed characters in that game that people like. So. And yeah, Ash from Evil Dead, one of my favorites. He's in there too. Bruce Campbell. That was the first time they actually used a voice too. People lost their minds.
Oh I remember there's like some promos, like a promo he did or something.
I actually was at PAX East when that dropped. It was like 5 or 6 years ago when that chapter dropped, and it was actually before I played it. But they had this huge like banner up with Bruce Campbell and like the campfire that's on their thing. It was cool. I thought it was cool. I didn't even play the game yet.
That's awesome. But thank you so much. We have 68 people hanging out in the chat room. I'm pretty sure they're all here for Wicked. We usually get like 20 people.
Oh, well, guys, make sure you stick around.
Yes, but yes, we have. I'm pretty sure it's Satan. This is Hail panel. But what's going on? Hopefully everyone is hanging out in the chat or enjoying themselves. Go ahead and like the channel and sub to WickedVirtue. But yes, I remember I posted up a Dragon Ball thing with the news last weekend. I remember you said that it was like that was your first anime you watched?
Yeah, like elementary school. My brother got me into it, and that was one of the things that bonded us. He ended up moving out of state, and so I kept watching it even after he left. And that was just I love Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. That was sad. I texted him. It's pretty basic, but I'm gonna say Goku and Trunks are my favorite. I know that's so basic, but those are my favorite. Like it's a nostalgia thing for me. Like as a kid, I remember like seeing teenage Trunks, and I was like, he's cute. Like when I was a little girl. So yeah, I would have to go with them. I also like if you want to go for girl wise, I like Bulma. She's so sassy. I love it. In Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like she got Vegeta in line. Like come on. That's one tough chick.
Yeah, Competition says WickedVirtue needs to stream with pop culture minefield. Is it Jerry? His friends with Bruce Campbell.
Ooh, I want to meet Bruce Campbell so bad. Jay got to meet him like a couple weekends ago, and I was like, jealous. I'm actually jealous, and we know he meets a lot of people at these cons. That was the one time I was jealous. I'm like, oh, I want to meet Bruce Campbell so bad. I actually have an Ash cosplay that I've done. I have the chainsaw back here. I had to drill into it and like paint it and stuff. I'll show it if you want.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think Jay is currently up in Richmond, Virginia. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I got the hand.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I want him to sign that.
I believe Jay is like doing a bunch of conventions right now. Well, yeah, he's not doing a convention. He's with Gina Carano. They're up in I believe they're in Richmond, Virginia, and I believe there's a convention going on. And he said that he just met Peter Cullen, which is freaking awesome. So chat, you guys didn't know who Peter Cullen is? He voices Optimus Prime and Eeyore.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, so he's been around for a while. But so this might be a grift moment, but ABC always be grifting. So I made this I made this shirt last weekend.
Oh, is that for sale?
Yeah. So
it is.
So this is a hardcore grift right now. All right. So, all right, chat room. All right. So you can actually go to our spring. I actually put up 2 new merches today. The first one, you can wear it in public. I'm not sure how much eyes you're gonna get on it, but if you do wear it proud. All right, here we go.
Extra
So
girl's
you
gonna
get-
buy that. Extra
So
girl's
you
probably
get
gonna
the
buy that.
so you get the Project Eggroll Z shirt that I'm wearing right now, and of course this one I literally just I literally just put it up. I made it last night. No,
Yeah,
I made
but-
it 2 days ago. I sent it to Jay. I'm like, "What do you think?" He's like, "I want it."
Oh, okay. It's like when you sent it to me, I was like, I'm not so sure, but you can try.
Yeah. So the thing is, Gary, I got the idea when I saw it on when Gary wore it. Like he posted it on Gary from Neurotic. Like he posted on X Twitter that he wore a shirt that says Caucasian, and I was like, I need to make one that says Asian. And the thing is, I'm like, yes, this is Chinese, of course, but the thing is that when you back in the day when people say Asian, so it's either Chinese or Japanese. So just like I'm just gonna make something extremely racist. But yes, please do use promo code Asian to get 20% off your order. But yes, you can get your up page not found. It's probably gone already. They
Oh,
probably
they took it down.
DMCA'd
Are you on
Yeah.
Spring? Put it up on
Yeah, I'm on
TeePublic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
I think
I use.
They took it down.
I don't think it's down. I'm not sure, but it's just.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, okay.
It-
I don't see it.
Yes, it's not there anymore. But like, it's probably somewhere there. I have to go look because I remember I was having issues like putting it up and removing it. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's I'll put it back up, chat room. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I was able to get a copy of the shirt, so it is still there.
Got one. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I'll
still
keep it.
there.
I'll keep the link up and refresh.
Yeah.
I
But
need
yes,
that one.
so I do want to jump over to our next topic because it seems like you grew up in the 90s, so you're a
Yes.
90s kid.
I'm a
and-
90s kid for
and-
sure.
And next week is the release of X-Men 97.
Oh.
Oh god.
Yeah. So are you excited for it? Wicked?
Not really, no. It's hard to get excited for. We'll see what they do. I try to be like with certain things, Marvel not so much. I try to, be optimistic about certain things, but the only superhero thing coming up that I'm optimistic about is Deadpool because Ryan Reynolds has a big say in what happens, and he's so far been pretty respectful to the character and not going off too much. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, cautiously optimistic would be the word. I don't think that's going to be it for X-Men though, unfortunately. If it's good, I'd rather be surprised. Like if
Going
it's
on,
good, I'd
Ryan.
be like, cool, surprise me with it. But
Yeah. So
what about you
we do know-
guys?
Originally when I work in the gaming industry and I work on a Marvel project and we're doing basically like tie-ins and stuff like that. So what's it called again? I knew about the show probably like last year, like early last year, and I was like, X-Men 97, what the hell? Like, why are we doing a bunch of like stuff that's tied into it? And I was like, oh, they're making a show. Okay, so it's a continuation of the 92, 93 X-Men. And they're like, yeah, and they showed some early advertisement and I was like, okay, cool. I was originally excited, but I was also hesitant originally cautiously optimistic, but now with what we've been seeing online and with some people online, it's just not. I'm not. What about you, Grae? Are you excited? It's coming out. We have to watch it next week.
Yeah, we have to. But it's like I didn't have any much idea about the show until you told me that the showrunner that just got fired, like the highlight of his career is that he's a gay black dude. It's like, and that's gonna be I think that's gonna be the emphasis of the show. So I don't know. That's like for me, that's a huge red flag already right there. It's gonna be filled with you know what the propaganda, more of it. And yeah, it's like for me, it's like when I told you, I think he got fired. Maybe even Disney couldn't handle the wokeness of it. that's my line of reasoning.
Damn.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe again, like what you guys said. Maybe it will be proven wrong and it's actually decent. Time will tell.
Yeah, originally, and like I know Wicked, you watched the live action One Piece.
I loved
Did you like it?
I loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Did you watch the anime or read the manga?
So
prior?
I have been I've taken a bit of a break because there's so much. But before the live action, I hadn't watched any of the One Piece anime. But you know the site, I forget what it's called, but it's a site that you look at and tells you what episodes you can skip that are filler. I forget what it's called, but there's a site that someone made, which is great because sometimes the filler is just insane. I mean, there's over 1,000 episodes on that series on the anime. So yeah, I've watched a bit of the anime. I think for now I've watched quite a bit of the show actually. I think I'm just gonna go over and watch the movies because that sums it up
Okay.
pretty well from what I've been told. And it'll save me some time. But I do like the anime, so maybe I should just stick to watching the show. But I thought the live action was so good. I loved it. It was so refreshing. I love pirate stuff too, so it was just like it's great. I don't know how they missed the mark so badly for Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, so the reason why I brought it up is because it's me and Grae were cautiously optimistic for that one. It's like, hey, it could be good. It looks a little janky, and you know, I'm not sure if it's going to be good, to be honest with you. And then when we both watched, we were like, this is really good. So that's what we love to see. Like we would love to be proven wrong. It's like, oh, this is actually really, really good. Like originally, I was like, House of the Dragon. I wasn't a big fan of Game of Thrones season 7, season 8, and then House of the Dragon was freaking awesome. So
I just recently watched that. I was late on it, but House of Dragon was good.
Yeah,
I felt the same way. I was like, the way they ended Game of Thrones, do I really want to dedicate myself to another? But it was good. It was worth it. I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah.
Is it melodic method? Thank you so much for becoming a new member, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, and we also got a Rumble membership from Jake Hudson.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yo, thank you so much, Jake Hudson.
Yeah, thank you.
Is now a monthly member. Yeah, we're also live on Rumble. If you guys didn't know, but yes, the thing is, the reason why I want to talk more about this X-Men stuff is because, yeah, like Grae said, the director or the showrunner, like he was fired. Like he wasn't like let go. He didn't quit. He didn't step back. He was actually fired. So I don't know what's happening, right? So, but I guess like a lot of people are wondering why he got let go because he's not even on social media anymore. Like
they didn't release why.
Yeah, there wasn't a reason. However, this article comes to us from Variety, and it doesn't say why, but it gives us a reason. Maybe they're not saying it. So this whole thing is like, oh, he's no longer a part of it. But if you actually hit find, he has an OnlyFans account.
Wait, was it non-explicit? So it wasn't.
I don't know if it is. It's just see. So let me read it. DeMeo had been active on his personal Instagram, sharing behind-the-scenes tidbits about X-Men 97, but his account was deleted ahead of the news of his firing. Along with X-Men animation, DeMeo, an openly gay black man, posted many shirtless selfies at the gym working out. For a time, he ran a non-explicit, so OnlyFans account under the username
BonelyFans.
He was profiled out by Out Magazine in 2022 as the sexy gay Marvel showrunner to know. He also had written on Marvel Studios' Moon Knight series, is one of the screenwriters of the long-delayed upcoming Blade film. So I'm not sure if this is the reason, but yeah, he's no longer on social media. So Wicked, how do you feel about this? I'm pretty sure this is not the reason, but this.
I was gonna say that seems like I don't know if cop-out's the right term, but maybe they found something way worse, and they had to get rid of him. I'm not gonna say what because I don't know, but it could have been. It had to have been pretty bad because these people do some crazy stuff and they still stay employed. So. We might never know what it is if it was something really bad, because I feel like if it was something like, oh, there was a disagreement on set or something like that, they would just come out and say that. So it was probably really bad, especially if they're sitting here saying that it was non-explicit. So like someone in the chat says, what did he show elbow? But really, like
you show some ankle bone.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. I feel like even if it was explicit, they would just have him delete it and that's it. Pokey says they found out he was not.
Yeah, he was
Rainbow.
not gay.
Yeah.
That's the big one. You
That
lied
takes
to
one
us.
of the check marks off.
You're
So we gotta
lying. You're
find someone
straight.
else.
You're fired.
Straight, you're fired.
It's funny is because okay, this is gonna make me sound a little gay, but I used to watch Ugly Betty back in the day, and there was a there was a character that was like a fashion designer, and he acted gay because he said that but he was actually straight. He said the reason why he acted gay is because no one in the industry would recognize him, but he made good clothing, right? So then it's like, oh, just come out as straight. No one will fucking care, you know. So then he came out as straight, and then he's like, cool, no one cares that if you're gay or not, you know. If you're gay, and it is what it is. You just make good product, but his product sucked, and he ended up firing him. So for this one, I'm not sure. Maybe she showed a picture of a baby's arm holding an apple. I'm not sure, but if that's if that's the case, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, so over here, so even before he was fired, DeMeo wasn't a stranger to controversy in the lead up to X-Men '97. Last year, he deleted his Twitter account due to fan backlash over claims of whitewashing. The mutant Sunspot, who was portrayed in the comics biracial Brazilian, is it Gui Agostini?
Gooey.
Is it Gui? Hui? I don't know how to say it. Is it
Don't get me. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to read.
A light-skinned Brazilian actor who was cast to voice a hero, which drew some fans' ire. A similar backlash occurred when DeMeo revealed that Morph, a popular shapeshifter from the animated series, was reimagined to be non-binary. Yeah, so I believe I even read somewhere today, I'm not sure if I can find it, but it says that some of the showrunners are saying non-binary means the same as shapeshifter. I'm like, no, it doesn't. But like,
what?
Yeah, they're like,
they've been making stuff up for a while now, but that's quite a stretch.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Yeah, we're probably not going to find out more. It's because stuff like this, they usually try to sweep it under the rug, but it has to be something that's pretty damning for him to get fired.
I've been searching for a couple of minutes now. I know there's more context in the Fandom Wire link. Like he's notorious to be incredibly hard to work with. I posted the link in our private chat.
Okay, yeah,
so
I'll bring it up now.
Go through that. Yeah, I don't think the OF account is enough because, like, according to Fandom Wire, he also worked on Moon Knight. So Disney had known for a while now that he had an OF account. So I don't think that's the reason.
Yeah.
So maybe it was because it's either something really bad that we'll never know, or maybe he really is just hard to work with, and they don't want to admit that because then they'll be called an ist and a phobe and all. You know what I mean? Because he checks all the boxes for them. So that's also
it has to be something crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's the openly gay man, X-Men '97 writer Bo DeMeo, who defended Henry Cavill's stance on The Witcher, was allegedly fired by Marvel for the most absurd reason. Okay, what's the reason? Does it say? It's a comic book and superhero flicks. Okay, yeah. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Marvel appears to have fired DeMeo, an openly gay writer who previously made headlines for taking Henry Cavill's side in the Witcher controversy. Well, it appears that DeMeo's... Oh, yeah, that could be. Yes, DeMeo's extracurricular activities may have gotten him into trouble with Marvel executives. Indeed, he was let go by Marvel for allegedly creating an OnlyFans account. In addition to working on The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, DeMeo was previously the producer and writer for Moon Knight and other Marvel TV series. Both Marvel and DeMeo's representatives declined to comment to the outlet about firing, which reportedly opened early last week. Let's see. I don't really care about his backstory. Let's see. Although the crew has informed his departure, an official reason for his firing has not been provided. Marvel declined to comment when the Hollywood Reporter reached out to them. According to the outlet, DeMeo is no longer booking press for the impending X-Men '97 premiere or attending it, which is why this situation is different. Yeah, the fact that it's next week, right? I can see it, like, I can see them like sort of like not giving him as much, like, you know, press time, sort of like what they did with who's that terrible Rachel Ziegler.
That terrible actor that nobody likes.
It's like, you know what, let's make sure that we put her in the back. Let's not have her talk too much. She's still going to be there, but she's not going to be talking too much with the press. But he has to have done something really bad for him to not even be a part of like and like press or even the premiere.
Get
Because
fired
everyone's
right
been
near
looking
the
forward to
right
this.
near the finish line, basically. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Literally blue balled. It sucks. Let's see. So when his Instagram page was live, the Mayo answered a lot of fan questions concerning the X-Men. It looks like his OnlyFans account has also been deleted. Sorry, chat. Sorry. You guys
For
can't
anyone
find
that was looking for that elbow action, like
see, that is being stated. Pop Things speculated that he was fired for allegedly creating an only. If that's the case, then that's sort of weird because we do have people who are in the industry that does that, but I do know that this cartoon is geared towards kids. So probably people who were like, oh, who's Bill DeMayo and he has an OnlyFans, and that could be it. But I don't see like if DeMayo is all on their side, like it's definitely is really weird. Grae, is there anything else in this article that like points it out, or that's
is that the end? I think it's below when people were saying that he's tough to work with. But yeah, it's still vague. It's still vague on the details. It doesn't really give anything specific or anything official. But yeah, sources say that he's really tough to work with. Then it reached to the point that it reached the executives. Then, like the OF account was just icing on the cake. So that's what we have as of now. But it's just speculation. But yeah, it's really strange. Yeah, it's really weird how it all went down.
Yeah, they definitely. And if he worked on Moon Knight, and he's worked with Disney for a while, they would have known. They probably deep dive on everybody. So that's just an excuse. It was definitely something else that I don't believe it at all that was even part of the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. We figured it out. It was because of Henry Cavill.
Yeah, we'll find out next week if it's for the better or for the worse that they removed him.
Yeah,
true.
What's this?
Let's see,
Phil's the good kind of gay. What did I do to you, Ryan? I know you in real life. What did I do to you?
It makes it even funnier because he's actually kind of defending you. There are a lot of people saying Phil's gay.
He's actually like super gay,
but he's the good one, the good kind.
Yeah, okay, he's the good kind of gay. Tom Berry Monster says, I don't believe what the media tells us. The reason is, yeah, I don't think so too. I think it's they're trying to hide whatever the reason is. Hopefully, by the time it comes out, like it's swept under the rug, no one's really caring about it anymore.
Oh yeah, it'll disappear under another story.
Yeah,
some more hot drama, whatever.
Yeah, it seems like they are using his OnlyFans as an excuse then, but maybe, just maybe, he is difficult to work with. I would say so, maybe, but I don't know.
Then why fire him after everything? Like after it was all done. He
ticks like two boxes, like that, according to the DEI stuff. Like he's a part of both of them. So I don't know why. So
yeah, but I mean, maybe he is hard to work with, and they were too afraid to say that because, like I said, they'll be called an istinophobe and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's probably a good angle because, like, oh, Disney's actually sexist or racist, and they don't mean what they say. Yeah, they're trying to avoid that. Yeah.
See, Hokey says Daisy Ridley was in a movie that showed things. Disney was okay with that. Can you DM that movie to me really quick?
It's like, wait, I gotta watch that later.
yeah, this is for research. Research. Phil is gay though. See, I'm gonna take away that what's it called again? That emote that says gay. Okay, I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna remove it for the stream. See, yeah. See, what's going on, Tomby? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, dude. Yeah, but I'll probably still watch it just to see if it's good.
Yeah, make your own judgment on it. I try to do that, but some things it's just like it's hard.
Yeah, it's what's it called again? It drains your social battery, right?
Like Madam Web. Yeah, I'm not even gonna Jack Sparrow that. Like I'm not even gonna bother. It's. I don't care.
Yeah, I was saying to Phil, the Jack Sparrow of Madame Web is super clear, man. it's incredibly clear.
It's better than the movie theater version.
Yeah. See, Tom Berry Massa says Daisy was topless as a corpse in the movie in her earlier career. Good to know. Good to know.
Look it up later. He's got to remember that. Mental note.
Definitely going to be looking it up for sure. But man, it's crazy that like we're having a bunch of people who are like getting fired and people are just angry online. But I do want this topic is pretty long, but I don't want to bring up that the topic with Asmon, but I do want to talk about the ADL. So I have no idea what the hell the ADL is. Do you know what the ADL is?
No.
What does it stand for?
Okay, ADL is the Anti-Defamation League, International Jewish Non-Governmental Organization. So they posted something since we all are big video gamers and stuff like that, and we don't like it when they try to put or interject stuff that basically fucks up our escapism. But I guess the ADL has something to say. It says, this from X, it says, as digital social spaces, online games should be regulated to address hate and extremism. It's vital for Congress to examine extremist radicalizations in these spaces, and we are grateful to Rep. Lori Trahan for leading this effort, an important piece to read.
Regulate toxic online video games.
Yeah,
Oh
how are they gonna do that? No more chat room at all. Both voice and text.
So Call of Duty is just gonna be done because how do you?
Yeah, no voice chat or text chat anymore.
Oh man. So let's see. It did get community noted. There is little to no evidence that people are being radicalized through online gaming. This is simply a push for further surveillance of the public, disguised as goodwill to gesture to combat extremism. People primarily play video games to simply relax and have fun. Yeah, like they're already trying to like put their crap into like internet, where like if you are posting some stuff on Reddit or 4chan or whatever stuff that they don't like, your internet service provider, your ISP can like potentially like ban you from having internet, which is pretty insane. But now
up. Oh, look at she's got pronouns in her bio. Sorry, Lori's got pronouns in her bio. So obviously.
All right, let's see.
Sorry, I saw that. And it's
yeah.
Congresswoman DiCaprio meme. Look.
Oh man, let's see. Congresswoman proudly representing Massachusetts 3rd District House DPCC co-chair, energy commerce member, she and her. So why is it always people with
what I'm saying,
pronouns?
Do you guys remember this? I forgot what it was called. It was probably almost a year ago now. I think it was just Twitch doing it, and it was so stupid. But it was like a friend. They had some dumb name for it. I wish I could remember right now. Maybe someone in the chat will remember this. But it was like a friendly gaming thing where these popular streamers, I didn't know who they were, but I guess they were popular, went around playing like Call of Duty, but like they didn't kill anybody. Do you remember that? It was like this campaign, and it was so stupid. I was on a gaming podcast talking about it, and we were watching some of the gameplay, and it was so dumb. Like they would knock someone down and then leave. And I'm like, it was as dumb as it sounds.
That sounds crazy.
I'm gonna ask if they were like just teabagging each other.
Yeah, no, they couldn't be toxic. You couldn't be toxic at all. They even had like Fortnite. It was just so dumb. It was like, why are you playing like shooting games? And then we thought about it, like, okay, Call of Duty, right? If this was like real, you just go that person's, they're gonna die, right? So you're just gonna let them sit there and like bleed out. Like that's the more humane way to do it. Like so, just. God, it was as ridiculous as it sounds, and I think I lost some brain cells listening to these people talk, and most of them had like colored hair and pronouns and all that.
Wait, is one of them the deer girl?
Maybe, I don't know. It was like I should, after that stream, I just turned it off. I was like, what did I just watch? What even was that? I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was so dumb. Like taking violence out of video games. Like, so yeah, play a violent video game and make it not violent. Okay. It was so ridiculous.
See, I'm one of those people who, whenever say that, whenever people are saying, we will give the government a little more control, I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Don't do that. Right. Not a good idea.
Yeah.
Dear girl, yeah. Chat, do you guys know who the Deer Girls? I'm not gonna bring that person up. You guys know who the Deer Girl is, right?
Hold
It's
on, I
that
gotta
one
look
where
it up
it's
now.
it's a part of
Am I
like
gonna
the
regret
Twitch.
this?
It's like I'm assuming is a he or she or they them or whatever. But it's basically one of the Twitch people.
Oh yeah. I do regret it. I regret it. I did see this on my Twitter today.
Okay, I was gonna follow, but never mind. After that, never mind.
Okay, so it's basically
So
like
don't look.
there's a part where they're part of the Twitch I guess censorship group, like the community people that like overlooks people and like ban people or for for saying retard or whatever, right? Like they go ahead and ban you for that kind of stuff. So there was one stream she was like pretending she was a deer. I'm assuming it's a she because it has long hair, acts like a girl, but put on like deer horns, and then she was like, and like someone's like combing her hair. I was like, what the fuck? Oh man, but yeah, that's
It's 2024. That's what it is. Unfortunately, that's what the internet is now. God.
Oh man, but yes, it's a lot of crazy stuff. But I do want to bring up this topic right over here. It's about Resident Evil.
I love Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. So I've only played Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and Resident Evil 4 remake. I never played the others.
Play 2. Play the 2 remake. That one's really good.
What about you, Grae?
Yeah, I if ever I do start, I might start with 2 remake. I heard a lot of good
Do
things
it. That's what I did. So I've seen a lot of gameplay. Like I wasn't super into like horror games growing up and stuff. I played like Mario and Crash Bandicoot, stuff like that. Donkey Kong 64 is my favorite game. So that's the stuff that I played. So it was more recently within the last couple of years that I started playing Resident Evil. I started with 2. It was great. I just kind of recently played 4, the remake, because that just came out. I have the first one, and I actually am thinking about streaming that one. I haven't played that one through. So I've only played 2 and 4, and everyone tells me I got to play Village, and was that 7? Village is 8, right?
Yeah, Village is 8.
Village is
okay.
8. Yeah.
So people are telling me to play 7 and 8, which I will, but I think I actually want to go back and play the first one first. But yeah, starting with 2, do that. That's what I did. It's great.
Okay.
I love Leon.
Yeah, like
he's in 4 too. That's a good one.
Yeah. So I played 8 first. 8 was my first Resident Evil ever. I played it for Lady Dimitrescu. And
of course. Every guy ever.
I played it for her and her daughters. And then I'm like, wait, what's going on with this character? And then they're like, oh, you need to play 7. Because so I'm like, a 7 and 8 related? Are they the same character? So like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So and then I played 4 remake. I did not play 4. And everyone's saying 4 is the best RE game. And I know a lot of people people are saying RE2 is probably a lot of people's favorite, and that's the one that everyone really, really started playing it when it came out on PS1. So yeah, people are like, yeah, Lady D is thick. True.
Yeah.
True. But I do want to talk about this one, and I never played this one, and I know this one's co-op. I know this one's co-op.
Yeah.
RE5.
Oh, 5. Yeah, I haven't played 5
RE5.
either.
Yeah.
So when this game first came out, there are like, I guess there was some, a bunch of people who
it got backlash.
That were upset.
It got backlash, culturally and gameplay wise, because like it's being
now I gotta play
4. It because 4 was like really, really good, and then of course the pressure on 5 was really high, but also culturally because of the setting of the place. But then I think IGN's bringing it up again on their take back then. That's the issue right now. Yeah.
So Wicked, RE5, you're using Chris Redfield, and you're using I believe a black sidekick, and you can play co-op, and you guys can both do missions in several parts of the map and meet up. It's actually pretty cool. I heard that the co-op gameplay is actually really fun. But I guess the main reason is of course, coming off of RE4, which is like a masterpiece according to a lot of people. This place took place in Africa.
Oh, why are people mad about that?
because they're saying, oh,
Representation.
you got a white man coming to Africa and
yeah,
shooting
yeah,
them up.
That
shooting
never
black
happens.
people.
That never happens.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
I know back in the day that was already the issue.
I was like, I didn't play RE6, but isn't RE6 have Chinese zombies? I was like,
yeah,
you're killing
they do.
Chinese people. Hey,
They're
you
just
gotta
being
get-
diverse.
yeah. All right, so I do want to talk about this this article from IGN. It says Resident Evil game that can't be remade. It's time to rewrite, not remake. Resident Evil 5. Let's see. With Resident Evil 4's release last year, Capcom's project to remake the glory years of its survivor horror series. Let's see. Survivor horror series is complete, but as game post-credits a scene suggests, the remakes aren't over. And so the big question is, where next? The obvious answer is remake the Resident Evil 5. But on the game's 15th anniversary, it's clear that moving forward chronologically will take Capcom's remakes into the series' weakest era, an era of gameplay and narrative decisions best left in the past. RE5 simply can't be remade, at least not to the standards of Capcom's best work. And so the answer is to not to remake, but to rewrite. The thing is that before I move forward, this is so stupid. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
Who cares? It's a gaming company in Japan, and like and I believe the person who actually talked about it is like sounds European. So I'm like, you don't even, and I think this is more of a Western. When I say Western, more of an American mindset. It's like, oh, you can't do that because it's racist. It's like, bitch, RE4, you're in South America. You're shooting a bunch of people who are saying matalo, and it's
exactly.
You're suplexing old ladies and stuff in that game. Seriously, I played that recently.
Yes, literally,
you really do.
Freaking roundhouse kicking my abuelita down there, man. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm like, who can, like, why? Yeah, if they're gonna go to different parts of the country, it just everything is okay besides black people. Like, do you see how racist that is? You're
that's actually
them.
the racist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, they're gonna rewrite it and change where it is? Like, what is the rewrite gonna be? I'm confused. Like, how would they do that? I don't think they should touch it. If they're gonna be that like crybaby about it, just leave it alone, I guess.
Yeah, it's like they're good because like it's as Phil said, it's a co-op game, and the second character is a resident, is an African resident in the location. So how are you have to rewrite her whole character if they're gonna which is
stupid. Nobody's gonna buy it. They haven't learned anything, apparently.
Yeah, it's like I think the only remaining good journalist in IGN is Destin. I think he's the only one left. Everyone else is like, either doing shitty takes or becoming like a Kotaku journalist, quote unquote journalist.
And the thing is that she I would play as this character because she's actually pretty cute.
They have her, and she's also in Dead by Daylight. Actually, I didn't know who that was. I seen it, and I'm like, I don't her name that character because I never played it.
Sheva.
Yeah,
Sheva.
Yeah.
And the thing is that there's a costume, and this is me being a freaking coomer, but there's a costume in the game that like she's wearing like a Red Riding Hood outfit, and like she's wearing a skirt, and then when she gets like downed, like she flips over and you see her butt. I was like, this game's awesome.
Of course.
And it's 15 years ago. But yeah, like that's absolutely insane. Let's go back to the article. Survivor horror series, not that you know playing RE5. Sure, it features a constant flow of horrific imagery, but RE5 is an action game through and through. That's evident in its cover shooter mechanics, vehicle chases with on-trail turrets sequences, and constant rattle of assault rifles. Even its visual design evokes the sandy shades of modern military games that experienced mass popularity in the late 2000s. It all speaks to the series that had lost its way. Rather than reflect on the tenets that were in the foundation of its existence, RE5 looked to the contemporary gaming zeitgeist in the attempt to find the new lease of life. The result is an unholy hybrid of Resident Evil, Gears of War, Call of Duty, and it's an ugly, unwieldy as it sounds. So here's the thing. I think that they can make this scary. It's because usually during this entire gameplay, at least from what I see, is during the day. right? And same thing with Resident Evil 4, the original. Is most of the time you're in when you're outside is during the day. So if you make it like nighttime, you have some jump scares here and there, some like actual legit like horror moments or like spooky moments. I think it can work, right? Because I'm pretty sure people at Capcom knows this. Like, yeah, like this, especially with six basically became like an action like zombie
it's basically
shooter
an
game.
action game. Yeah.
I would play it if they re-released it. I want to go back and play all of them. So 4, you're right. It was during the day, but it was like still it was like gloomy. And there was jump scares. Like you turn a corner, and then all of a sudden, like you said, the abuela just starts yelling stuff at you. And you're like, ah. And they also had like bear traps too. And everybody in my chat loved that because there's bear traps. One of the killers in Dead by Daylight, they're like, Wicked just can't escape these bear traps. I'm like, darn it, you keep getting stuck in bear traps. Yeah, this looks a bit brighter. Just from this picture, I haven't seen any gameplay of Resident Evil 5, but I'd be interested in playing it. I enjoy the Resident Evil games. So if they re-released it, maybe I should try to play the old version though, because if they re-release it, it might be really bad. That would be. I think they should just leave it alone if they're gonna do that, because they re-released 2 and it was great, and they re-released 4 and it was great. So if they do this and it's not great, that's gonna suck for them.
Yeah, if you're gonna play 5, the feedback is play on like the normal difficulty, because it's not fine-tuned for the harder difficulties unless you're going for New Game Plus.
Okay.
But yeah.
No. Yeah, older games don't always play that well. Like I have a PC, so like an example is all of the Tomb Raider games. I know they just released it, like they did a re-release of it, so I probably should get that. But I have all of the old ones. I've had them for years on my PC. They play horrible on PC. So yeah, I could see that. And the same thing with the Resident Evil 1. I was trying to play that on mouse and keyboard. No. No, I'm gonna redo it with a controller, because I pretty much just do mouse and keyboard. There's only a couple games that I will do a controller with. That's gonna be one of them, because I can't do mouse and keyboard. Oh my god, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I heard that if you want to go back and play RE1, I believe RE1 Remake is like the best way to go, right?
Yeah, I have. It's a remake. It still has the same like view, the camera view, which is like you got to it takes some getting used to. Like it's like that like for not first person. It's not really third person either. It's like where you got to like rotate
the camera
with it
angle
when you turn.
is still old school.
It's old school. Yeah, so like I'm sitting there playing with mouse and keyboard, and the zombie's coming at me all slow, and I'm like, wait, and I'm trying to shoot, and I still die, and I'm like, okay, I got to do this on controller. It's not working.
And the funny thing, they added jiggle physics with Jill in Resident Evil 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Whenever we go back and play that game,
they move. They move whenever she walks.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the part I do want to read. Set in a fictional West African country, RE5's primary antagonists are Black people. Yes, technically, it's the Ouroboros virus that the protagonist Chris Redfield is fighting, but the parasite's host is depicted as a nation of mobs and primitives who are violent even before their infection. Intentionally or not, RE5 positions Africa as a dark continent, an uncivilized world harboring a diseased population that needs gunning down via Western intervention in the name of global security. Oh my goodness. Let's see. The insensitive treatment of the people of color was hotly debated even as early as RE5's debut trailer, with writers such as Ngai Crawl and Stefan is it Totilo? I don't know how to say that. Pointing out the game's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's close enough. It's my Chinese accent's coming out. Let's see. The game's uncomfortable post-colonial imagery. The arguments and the think pieces continued well into the game's release window, with IGN's own former editor-in-chief, Hillary Goldstein, having also wrestled with the subject. But that was in 2009, a time when race was apparently a debate rather than a reality. Until 2020s, in a post-Black Lives Matters world, there's only one acceptable response to a white man shooting waves of African in the video game. No. Oh man. Like who? The thing is that like, if you're gonna, you're trying to stick to the original like designers and the writers and stuff like that, and you want to be geologically correct, then most of the people in Africa, I'm pretty sure at least like 80% of them are black people, right? At least they're black. Like they're dark skinned people. I don't know. I've never been to Africa, but the thing is that if you go to in RE6, you go to China or something. I'm not sure if it's in China or Hong Kong. Majority of people are going to be Chinese or Asian. Who cares? I don't know. How do you feel?
Are they gonna rewrite it and make Chris Redfield black and then make all the zombies white? Is that what they're gonna do to make it?
Unfortunately, I don't think they can. It's because
no, they can't. It just seems so ridiculous that they're like it needs to be changed. Like why? It's so stupid. Who wrote this article?
Yeah. I think Capcom is one of those further away from Sweet Baby anyway, so they're not gonna. Yeah, IGN's becoming like Kotaku, or if they kind of already are. If you think about it, it's only like I said, it's only Destin, the guy who spoke out against those developers, shitting on Baldur's Gate 3 when it came out. He was the one who defended Baldur's Gate 3, which is based. I think he's the only one left. He's the only actual legit journalist left in IGN, in my opinion.
So he probably won't be there that long.
Yeah,
how it seems to work.
Yeah.
It's I hope they don't change it. Is because but it'll be really funny if they do race swap Chris Redfield. Is because Chris Redfield is in RE8 for he's like he's like
he's been the white guy for a while now.
Yeah, so
he's been white for a while.
Yeah,
his whole life.
He could get a tan. I don't know. They could like sort of like darken him up, but I don't know. I would say they probably would make Sheva be more like the outspoken one. I'm not sure how she was in the original game. Like probably saying, "Hey, just because you're you're in Africa or an African country, make sure you're not a piece of shit or something like that." They're probably gonna virtue signal really really hard with that character. I don't know, but
I could see that if they switched it, like making her the main one over Chris. Maybe I could see that.
Yeah, maybe because I also watched a retro review of Resident Evil 5. So apparently, Shiva was never mentioned at all in any of the other games. So they'll probably try to bring her up that way. It wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Yeah, and I mean, Chris is one of the. So I would say, arguably, it depends on your opinion, but I mean, Chris is an OG. Chris and Jill were in the first one. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the favorites, I would say the two favorites are probably Jill and Leon, though. But Chris is still an OG, like he was in the original game. So if they did change, they should just leave it alone. If they change anything, it's a joke. Like, I mean, we said it here first. If they actually did like race swap him, that would be hilarious, honestly, because it would be just that ridiculous. But if they mess with his character writing too, people are going to be mad about it. So if they're going to mess with it, just leave it alone. Is what I would say. But when did they ever do the right thing? These people that complain about everything.
Yeah, I would say they might change him up. Like, probably make him more like more understandable. Maybe have maybe Sheva's gonna be like a Mary Sue. I hope they don't do it, but I can see them doing it though. It is Capcom.
I think that's the route that they would go more. Yeah. And nobody would like that. It wouldn't do well. And especially, like I said, they did a great job with the remake of Resident Evil 2 and 4. People loved it. So if they do this and then they mess it up, it's just going to ruin their reputation completely.
Yeah. D Subversion says Chris is roided up in RE5. Yeah, he gets really jacked and he punches a rock. No,
I was going to say that the boulder punching Chris that I heard so much about.
The giant boulder comes and just punches it. I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. Yo, is it Void Wraith? Rathi? Yo, thank you so much for the $2. 2 Canadian space bucks. It says, hi, Project Eggroll. Jay says you're Asian. That's the first time I've heard of this. We are?
Since when?
Oh, man. But, yo, thank you so much for the 2. Thank you. Holy crap. Yeah, thank you so much for the support. And, man, we have 81 people. Holy crap, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's
nutty.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a party. Make sure you're all subbed.
Yeah, thank you. And yes, and go ahead and sub and follow WickedVirtue everywhere. Just go.
I was
go
gonna.
ahead and follow
I had to refresh. I was gonna bully the chat because I did, like there's 80 people and only a certain amount of likes, but there's 98 likes, so I'll be quiet. Thank you, guys. No bullying right now.
All right. So we'll do one more article because I know that Wicked has to leave, and I know
Oh,
it
you're
is
fine.
late.
We're having a party.
for-
It's
on
okay.
your end.
I'll let you know when I got it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the MCU just for a little bit, and I'll ask this. This article's from Paul Tassi, out of all people, but I do want to talk about it.
Okay.
So, Wicked, what was the last MCU thing you watched?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that was
The
it because I've
good
checked
one.
out. That was fine. Yeah. So
Mhm.
obviously to me the first one was the best, but I thought the third one was actually better than the second one.
Yep.
It wasn't,
agree.
great. The first one was still the best one. They
Mhm.
definitely could have done way better with Kurt Russell and two, but yeah, that was the last. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was the last MCU thing that I watched. I didn't watch Loki or any of that because I just kind of checked out, just like with Star Wars stuff. I just kind of checked out. But Guardians was good. Yeah, I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10, so it's not too bad for current what they've been doing with these movies.
Yeah, I really liked the villain. He was like, oh, I want him to die. I want him.
Yeah,
to,
it
oh
was
my
like
God.
he was a good villain. It was like I actually really hate you, and I wish everything bad happened to you. And it's been a
Yeah.
while, since you feel that. Like, in not a while, but you know what I mean. Sometimes the villains are very lackluster, in these superhero movies. But yeah, he was really good. Especially
Yeah.
they brought the animal stuff into it, so that makes you even more mad. Like, really,
Yeah.
you're gonna mess with animals now? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. So this article comes to us from Forbes. It says MCU report: No Eternals 2, Captain Marvel 3, Ant-Man 4 as Disney gets risk averse. So so the thing is, according to what I heard, there might be a soft reboot. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not sure if they're going to do that with Deadpool, because there might be some time travel, multiverse kind of stuff. Because we did see, was Photon, Monica Rambeau in the X-Men universe in the post-credit scene. So I have not seen. Okay, I unfortunately wait. It's a Captain Marvel 3. Oh yeah, because the Marvels will be considered Captain Marvel 2, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't see the first
it is.
Captain Marvel.
I didn't either.
Listen, I was salty because I was like, listen, this was before things got really bad, but I was like, how dare you give us this before Black Widow? We needed Black Widow first. That's what I wanted. And then we got Black Widow, and careful what you asked for. That's not what I wanted.
Well, the fact that like you had Black Widow and like we all know that she dies in Endgame's like, oh no one's gonna care.
Yeah, we should have gotten a Black Widow movie like way before Captain Marvel, and I would have loved a Black Widow and Hawkeye movie. Oh, I love Hawkeye, and Jeremy Renner does a really great job with him. But,
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and read this. It says Disney has previously been thought to be scaling back in the MCU, which was recently become overloaded with underperforming films in the theaters and vastly expensive shows on Disney Plus. Now, we may be hearing what that will look like in practice. Insider Daniel Rickman is reporting that Eternals 2 is no longer in development, and other potential projects like the third Captain Marvel movie or a fourth Ant-Man will not be pursued. I did not watch Eternals. I heard it was garbage. The first Captain
I see
Marvel.
the Eternals.
Did you?
Oh,
like
was it?
I only watched it because I really like Richard Madden. I'll be honest. Okay, I like Richard Madden a lot, and it was not good. It's not good. I was really sad about it actually. And yeah, if there's Eternals 2, I'm not going to see it. It was terrible. He was supposed to be. I forget what the character he played was. The name. He was supposed to be like the MCU version of Superman.
Yeah, Icarus.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
He flies into the sun and dies.
Yeah, I wonder what that actor who went to therapy now that Eternals 2 has been canceled.
Oh yeah, Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah, he was like, I had to go to therapy because that the reviews were so awful and it hurt my feelings.
Now that it's canceled, your feelings won't be hurt anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. But wait, so the guy you're talking about is the guy who played Rob Stark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love Richard
Man,
Madden.
that sucked, dude. Like I loved him as Rob Stark,
It-
and just like, the next thing you see him in is like
uh,
such a terrible.
He
That
actually
sucked.
uh,
was
the,
in a show called The Bodyguard. And it's actually really good. If anyone wants to check that out. It's only one season, but it was like
I
a good one season.
yeah, I was supposed to watch that, but there were so many things going on. And
What's
I
worth
heard
it? If you
I
get
think
bored and you need something good, there you go.
Yeah.
his Cinderella remake.
Yeah, he was good in that. That was one of the last good so
Uh,
Disney doesn't do a very good job with the live actions, but Cinderella was actually done very well. Probably the best live
mm,
action that they have. It was done very well, actually.
okay.
Yeah. Yo, Mo Zamboni with the $2. Black Widow movie in 2014 would have made $2 billion easy.
Yeah,
True. That's
Mhm.
actually true. Yeah.
very true.
I
I
would
agree
believe
with
that.
that.
And they wouldn't have gender swapped what's it called
Taskmaster?
again? Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
Yep, Taskmaster would still have been the guy back then. But all right, let's continue. Let's see. If you've been tracking Marvel hits and misses, these three specifically may not come as a huge shock, as something Marvel does not want to invest in from here. All performed poorly, relatively speaking, among critics and at the box office. All three films in questions: Eternals, 47% Rotten Tomatoes, $400 million worldwide. Ant-Man, Quantumania, 46% Rotten Tomatoes, 476 million worldwide. The Marvels, 62% Rotten Tomatoes, 206 million worldwide.
Wow.
Damn, that's awful. That that movie was bad. The movie was bad.
I heard.
Yeah,
You
it's
watched it.
it's yeah, we watched it for content. But yeah, see, I
I'm
think
sorry.
the Marvels. No, it's okay. We probably made like $3 on
Yeah.
it. We probably made $3
Yeah,
on
half
ad
of the-
revenue.
So there you go. Paid for your popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn is like $8.
You're right.
Popcorn,
It is.
especially here in California, everything's super expensive.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
See, I think that the Marvels was probably the movie alarm bell that set all of this off. While the 200 million Secret Invasion was
Secret
probably
Invasion.
oh my god, man, I forgot.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, Secret Invasion of Marvels. Yeah, they really destroyed Nick Fury in both of those. Black Girl Magic.
I heard. Oh God, yeah, I heard. I heard because I have X-Ray and Disparu on my Saturday show, and he suffers. Her too, because Gary makes her watch everything, but Disparu suffers and watches all the bad stuff. So I don't watch anything. I'm just like, okay, tell me what happened. Save me, please. I don't want to watch it. Just let me know.
See, as much as I think both Eternals and the Marvels were underrated, no, they both sucked. Given their performance, I can understand why sequels would not be pursued. It's because, no, just the movie just wasn't good. And the thing is that they should know that they should cater to their fans. Like, given the fact that I'm not saying that comic book movies and the movies that the action hero movies aren't made for girls, but they're primarily made for guys that brings their girlfriends along, and then they watch it with them, and then they both end up liking it, which is the original demographic. This is like 20 years ago. However, things, demographic has changed, maybe 60-40%. So I remember I watched a movie with my ex. I forgot what it's called. It's called like Red or something. It's about Chris Hemsworth, and he's like a racer. And I was like, why do you want to watch this movie? She's like, no reason. And then there was a part where Chris Hemsworth is basically completely naked, and you see his butt cheeks. I'm like, oh, this is the reason why you wanted to watch it. The movie was good. The movie was good, but that was the main reason why she wanted to watch the movie. I'm like, there you go. Okay. So like, now here's the thing. If the movie is good and it's also caters to your fans, like if, like, for instance, Madam Web, if there was at least a little bit catered to the male, I guess a little bit of the male gaze, like I think the movie would have done a little bit better.
Maybe Sydney Sweeney not being dressed in block clothing.
Yes, she's always covered up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and the fact that the movie that she made, that was like a rom-com, or I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
That movie made like $200 million.
Yeah, that movie did great, and she's on Euphoria, which is really popular too. So it's like,
Yeah. All right, let's
They messed
continue.
that one
However,
up.
yeah. I don't think it's a rise for Marvel to ditch Brie Larson's Captain Marvel and I think Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan is really good. I think she's actually really mature for her
Yeah.
age. Like should be given more to do. Yeah, I would say if they are going to make more, like have them in the background. Don't give them their own like their own movies anymore. I think just have them in the background or something like that. It's because Iman Vellani was actually, it's like, oh, dude, I'm just really happy that I'm here. And, if the review, they don't like it, then they don't like it. It's in versus, well, it's, it wasn't made for you, man, babies.
That's
like,
that's the excuse for
Yeah.
everything. Wasn't made for you, or
Yep.
they're always blaming the people that watch it, whether it's the
Mhm.
fans or it's usually the fans. But like you
Yeah.
said, you think they would cater to the fans a bit more because I don't know if that's where they get their money from. Unless I'm wrong,
Yep.
is that not where they get their money from anymore? Because
Yeah.
they sure aren't doing a
It's
good
like,
job.
yeah. Business 101. You'd think they'd understand that.
Yep. See, as
Yeah.
for Ant-Man and the Wasp, they can show up as the Avengers, I suppose, but Eternals is probably going to have to remain what could have been situation, and I would not expect them again. Yeah. I did not watch this Eternals. When I heard that they
Don't.
killed off the big titty Selma Hayek, I'm like, this movie's gonna suck. And then I was right. I was absolutely right.
It was bad.
But yeah, and the fact that they said that like this movie is gonna save lives, I think that's the ridiculous part. I'm like, what are you talking about? This
What?
movie's going to save lives.
What does that
I'm like,
even mean?
I was like, are you trying to show more like LGBTQ stuff? Yeah, sure. I don't think it will save lives, but if you want your message to be shown around the world that you can be a superhero and you can be gay, I'm like, that's fine. But the thing is that Saudi Arabia is not going to show your movie. It's a
Yep.
moot point. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So yeah. So Wicked, are you ever gonna? Do you think Marvel can like sort of get you to watch their movies again? Of course, I think Deadpool 3 is like an exception. But like let's say if you found out that some of the woke stuff has been removed, do you think that Marvel can be saved?
I think that Marvel could be saved for a couple reasons. Like, so Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so I would like for Marvel to be saved. The Spider movies aren't too bad, like with the messaging and all that. At least not yet. I haven't watched the second Spider-Verse movie though, so maybe I'm wrong there. But the live action, we'll say. I do think so. A big reason why is because they have so many characters that they haven't even explored yet in live action. So if they wanted to dive into some of those characters and tell their story and like you said, remove some of like not some of just remove the woke stuff, they have a lot going for them that could save them. Like if you between like the MCU and Star Wars, I don't think Star Wars can be saved because they ruined old characters so horribly. But the MCU again has such a wide variety of characters that they can use and tell their stories. And if it was done right, then yeah, they could get interest. Like Echo. I don't know about Echo. It's not going to be good. I don't think I'll check it out. Maybe we'll see. But that's a
No.
character that people
No.
don't. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's good. But as an example, that's a character that not that many people know about. And if they would have taken her story and done it correctly, it could have been interesting because it's a new story for people who don't know who she is. So if they stop with this pandering crap, then I think they could fix it, but they would have to clean house. Like they'd have to get new writers, new people, just everywhere. Yeah, I forgot Echo actually already came out. See, that's how out of the loop I am and checked out to Marvel. Like I talked about it on stream too. I totally forgot, but yeah. So I don't know. I think it can be saved, but will it be saved? Probably not, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
Think so too. Yeah,
I'm just getting excited to go see these movies. Like I used to love going to see like the Avengers and stuff. It was like you could hype for these silly superhero movies, but now they're just not good. So I don't get hyped anymore.
Yeah, it's like the tiny silver lining though is like I want to know the rationale behind them canceling these sequels. Yeah, they lost money, but does this mean Bob Iger's finally seeing shit for what it is, or I don't know. What are they gonna do after they cancel all these sequels? Are they gonna reboot it? Are they gonna
Yeah.
like start from the ground up with all the staff and actually hire back the actual people who care about these IPs, not sending woke propaganda? Or is it just like a PR move so that Bob can get the shareholders to vote for him instead of Peltz? I don't know.
Yeah, that would make
I
it
don't know.
probably because it's you'd think that when you hit them in their wallets, that'd be when they start paying attention, but they're so stubborn and they don't want to admit they were wrong that they're just digging deeper, which is so stupid because you're just gonna sink a company like 10 years ago. Could you imagine hearing that like Disney's going down? Like, yeah, right. Because that was the biggest company. I mean, it's still a really big company, but people are just so tired of their crap. So I don't know. That's pretty ridiculous if you're letting your ego get in the way to just ruin an entire company that was built. And gosh, when did it's been so long? Could you imagine Walt Disney now, like the actual Walt Disney, turning over in his grave over this crap? And it's really sad. Nobody in his family, and I don't know how how they managed to let this happen. That not one person that is related to Walt Disney has any control over that company. That's insane to me. Like, I don't know
Good
how
point.
that
Good point.
happened because he was big on copyright and everything, right? Like, and you would think that he would have made sure that it stayed in the hands of his family, but somewhere along the line, someone must have like sold it. I don't really know the details. Maybe somebody.
I think it's a mix of Bob Iger being the political maneuvering snake that he is, and
Yeah.
maybe I think it's complacency on the next generations. Like there's a tendency in family generations where one generation worked really hard, really hard for it, so they're now well off. Then the next generation tends to be more complacent because they already have all the wealth the moment they are born. It's probably a combination of those two. That's why they lost control, or maybe they just sold their shares.
They
so that
probably
can
just
live,
sold
you know.
it. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
would have wanted to keep at least a piece of it. Like, come on, it's Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
might, maybe somebody like his granddaughter or somebody might still make some money off of it. I don't know. Like George Lucas, for instance, like how like he kept the merchandising rights for Star Wars, which was really smart. Letting it go was not, but he's still making a lot of money off of the franchise because toys are always going to sell for that.
The old ones anyway, not the new.
The old ones,
the new
yeah.
ones.
Not the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's just like the kids or the people who are just like, oh, I don't really care. Like, are we still getting money for it? It's like, yeah, it's like I think that's all they worry about. Like, oh, they want to do their own stuff. They don't want to have to be tied down to their family legacy. And it's one of those kids who are just like, you know what, I don't care. You know, and now you have a bunch of people who are basically has their hands a hold of like Disney and the legacy that he made. Like, it's so diluted now. It's basically Disney in name, nothing else. You know, like I just think that like what they're doing with the company is just sad. You know, like I worked with Disney for, you know, in 2008, and then I worked with them for again in 2014, and then again when Fox got sold to Disney. So I was there like 3 times, and I remember when I was there in 08, I had a sense of pride working there. I was like, I worked at the parks, and I was like, this is awesome. I you know, every day that I come in, I'm like, this is the only Disney park that Walt actually walked in that was complete. His office is right over there above the fire station, you know, because he died right before Walt Disney World was completed. So so it's like, this is the only park, and that's why it feels like, you know, the magic when you go in there. And ever since then, the magic is slowly slipping away, is because of what these people, all they care about is money. Yes, I understand that, but the legacy of Walt is no longer there anymore, and it just sucks. Like, it's just Disney by name, and it's sad to see it go. It is, you know, watching the cartoons growing up. Whenever you see the you hear that noise, and has the, you know, when you're watching like Jungle Book or something like that, or Lion King, and you have those VHS, like those fat VHS that has like the little like foams on the side when you open it, and it says like coming soon. You know, I used to have like Disney sing along tapes, you know, like, and I would sing.
Oh, I did. Do you remember Melody Time? And Fun Fancy Free? I love that. Good stuff.
It's sad, you know, and now they're trying to do like the whole, like, it's not, they are basically replacing their old characters with newer characters. And it's just so whenever your kids or for future generations, you go check out Little Mermaid or you know, Cinderella or Snow White, they're not the same ones as they were, because those are of their times. And like, I was actually one of the people who were very upset when they removed the hot red the redhead with the red dress in Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, why do well you shouldn't you be happier? Because now they're replacing with a badass girl with a gun. I'm like, she could have been badass too, but like okay, it is what it is. But like when they said, oh, we're removing Splash Mountain, we're replacing it with
I never got to go on it.
Yeah, you never at all, even the original?
No, because I've never been to California, and I would love to go to Disneyland for the simple reason that Walt touched it. You know, that was he actually was there for, like you said. I've been to Disney World a few times now because I live in Florida now, but I've only been here for a little over a year. So yeah, I didn't get it. I think Splash Mountain was done probably right before I moved here. When it was done, I'm like, or I just didn't get a chance to go. I don't remember, but yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, it's just now it's like Princess and the Frog, and I saw like pictures of people posted like how it looks like now and how it used to look like before. There's no magic. It's
They're
nothing
removing
there.
all of it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, with the Tiana's grotto or whatever, and it's like, oh, I guess it makes sense, you know, but like it's just like no one, most of the regular people that I know and I talk to, they'd never found Song of the South to be racist.
No, it probably isn't. In most people's opinions, it's just a couple of people. Like you said, it's not always what did you say earlier about it's not like the negative people are the loudest. The people complaining are the loudest, even if it's not the majority. Yeah, that's what and that's how it is with that. And it's sad that they're, you know, removing stuff that's, like you said, so magical and part of our childhoods. And I do think that, did we lose Phillip?
Oh yeah, he's also loading on my end. Oh,
okay, he'll be back. He'll be back. All right, we'll keep it running. So I actually like Princess and the Frog. I think it's a little bit kind of underrated, right? It was the last 2D Disney movie, and that animation was so beautiful. And now we have this 3D animation that's not great. But they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're not bringing like, oh hey, like let's bring. It's because Tiana's like the Black Princess. Let's be real. That's why they're bringing her in. He's back. Welcome back.
I'm back. Yeah,
you didn't miss much.
The Chinese, the Chinese government is trying to get me.
TCP trying to get you.
The Matrix got him. So I was just saying how I actually do like Princess and the Frog. But they're not doing it for the right reasons. Like bringing that on. I missed the 2D animation. That was the last Disney 2D animation. Yeah, actually, it's still to this day my favorite movie is Lion King. Like I'm never gonna grow up. It's my favorite movie. I love it. But 90s, the Renaissance era Disney was just the best, and we'll never have that again. Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, Roy cared. Ron is wrong. Just said that Roy, his brother, who took over after. And then once he was gone, it's just started going downhill.
Yeah, like I know that like Roy was he was like the business side, and then Walt was like he was the face of the company. And man, it's crazy how things change so much now, and it makes me sad. But
yeah, me too.
I do want to talk this is probably just me being a stupid male, but I do want to talk about
are you about to be toxic?
not toxic. It's just me me not thinking with my brain, but thinking with my other brain. But so Wicked, are you aware, or are you going to play Stellar Blade?
No, what is that? Oh, is that the one where you can like resize the boobs and stuff? Is it that one that everyone's been talking about on Twitter? The game where you can like actually.
I think that's Dragon's Dogma.
There's Dogma.
Oh,
too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's that one. Okay.
All right. All right. So let me bring up Stellar Blade and make sure the safe search is on. But all right. So this is me with my my stupid male brain. So this is Stellar Blade.
Even that's the first thing I seen. I didn't see anything else.
Other than the ass. But yeah, so there's a new video game that's coming out. I believe it's coming out next month. And a lot of people I remember when I first saw this, it was called Project Eve. Right? I think it's called Project Eve. And this is I think they showed the gameplay, like or a trailer of it.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. All the guys.
they were talking about this like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, this game looks really cool. And then I saw the up close like jiggle physics. I'm like, wow, this game looks amazing. I have to get it. And then I wondered if they're ever going to like nerf the characters, or like, you know, because you know it is a Sony exclusive. And most recently, the game had a leaked demo, not a leaked demo, but a demo that came out, and by accident, and people started playing it. They would play for like a couple of hours before they completely removed it, and the game wasn't censored, right? And and the thing is that I think so. This game comes to us from Korea, and I think a lot of video game companies are like starting to go this route now. How do you feel about censorship in gaming?
I think they need to just chill with the censorship. There's no need for it. Like when you're going into a certain game, like why censoring it is a little silly, because you know what for the most part, you should know what you're gonna get into. Like Dead by Daylight, for example, you know that it's a horror game and there's a bunch of killing going on and stuff. And if they censored parts of it, it's like, why? Just if you don't like what the game's about, then don't get it, don't play it. That's how I look at it. You know, like they want to censor how she looks. Is that what you're saying? Or
yeah, it's like
that's dumb. It's making a mature game. We grew up like, I mean, think about like the Mortal Kombat games and stuff. If they censored that would be kind of silly. People get it because they like the fatalities and everything.
They kind of already are in terms of the aesthetics of the female characters. They
are. I was just gonna say that, like Katana, that she's my favorite from Mortal Kombat, and I don't understand what the point of the changing of the costumes were in the new Mortal Kombat game. It's just not good. But yeah, that's and it didn't do well. I've heard. I actually have it because it was I think someone bought it for me. It was on sale on Steam. I haven't played it yet though. But it went way down compared to the last Mortal Kombat game for sales. People, I didn't hear nothing good about it. They said the story was woke, and it's like, keep that stuff out of video games. Like, if you want to make a game like that, go ahead, but leave the old games alone. That it's just dumb. And with this, oh no, let's censor it because she's got a big booty. Okay, if you don't like big booties, don't play the game.
And the crazy thing is that a lot of people are like, oh, how, this is all about sexualization of female characters and the male gaze, and then people found out that this character was actually modeled off a real person. Like the actual body scan was just from a real person.
It's an actual South Korean model.
Yeah, and of course they're like, oh, if you think the face is cute, if you find this attractive, then you are a pedophile. I'm like, what are you talking about?
P-word. Yeah, they're trying really, really hard.
They're really pushing. They want everyone to look like Mary Jane and the
Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2.
Oh God, X-Ray Girl's tweet killed me. He looked like a man when she quoted it.
You're looking like a man.
Love this one.
So the reason why I brought that up, so there's a new game that's coming. I believe it's also coming from Korea, and it's called Vindictus, and I believe it's an early alpha or beta. And
I've heard that game for a while now. It's only releasing now. I've been playing that game for a really long time.
I believe it's in beta or alpha right now. I think you can actually play it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like a Souls-ish kind of game.
They changed. It was supposed to. Last I heard of it, like almost a decade ago, I believe. Last I heard, it was supposed to be an MMO. Now it's gonna be like a Souls game. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like MMO mix of Souls-like. So the reason why it has nothing to do with the game, but it has something to do with the character. So this is one of the female characters. All right, chat. This is fine. There's no nudity, unfortunately, for you guys. But
sorry.
So this says just from Syelf on X says Vindictus defying fates, join Stellar Blade and First Descendants as upcoming games that resist ESG and allow women to be feminine instead of having a dog's face and a man's body. I missed when femme fatales weren't being downgraded by sweet babies. Yep, exactly. That's why a lot of people. I was one of those people, and my wife was one of those people who were very, very upset that they changed Faye Valentine in Cowboy Bebop because she's supposed to be a femme fatale, and they completely changed up to be the character that she's not. Now, I'm not sure if there's audio, but we don't need audio because we're here for the visuals. We're here for the visual. This is 30 seconds So 37 seconds is not the 39 seconds that we usually promise you, but 37 seconds should be long enough for you guys out there. All right, good girl. So whatever makes you happy. So I think video games are getting better now, in my opinion. Do they jiggle?
Yeah,
I wonder. So yeah, I might actually need to check out this game.
Very realistic.
Yeah.
Actually,
so
now is a good time for South Korea to really capitalize with this, actually, given what's going on in the West.
Yeah, and a lot of people who are actually on Twitter and X who are like, oh, this is actually, we're not trying to make our games pornographic or anything like that. Look, we're not telling you to buy this game, but we're telling you, we're just pointing something out, is because if you look at Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2 compared to how she looks like in real life based off the model and compared to how she looks like in Spider-Man 1 PS4, they look completely different. And I'm not like, it's okay to be feminine and strong. Being strong does not make you a man all of a sudden, right? Like, and that's how people see it, is because a strong woman in media, majority of these woke medias, you have to be the equivalent of a man. And this shouldn't be like that. But yes, so of course he shared this one as well.
Another
but this
booty
is from
shot.
First Descendant, which is probably another game I should check out. But so I didn't know about this until American Ninja says Project Eggroll got another one to play, and then I responded with the most stupidest thing, and it says, when she moans, you don't stop, but you about to blast. Oh, anyways.
Oh, no.
What's the gameplay of First Descendant?
I think it's like a cyborg kind of, maybe like a third-person shooter. I'm not sure. All I see is is this. So I'm not sure. I probably need to actually check it out. But I think it's like a maybe Destiny, Korean style looking Destiny. I don't know.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Sorry, chat room. Sorry, I'm moving to Korea.
Chat.
Moving to South Korea.
This game is going to do very well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna review it. Me and
He said, "Oh, we're playing it."
I'm sorry. I pulled away too early. This is something you missed over there. Okay, it's just that this is why games, your demographics of your video games, your games will sell well. Like Grae said, it's business 101. But
are you gonna show the Stellar Blade, the one we showed last week, the new Eve outfit? Because I learned something new this week about that outfit. It actually has an added gameplay feature, because like it's the default outfit, right? It's like it's Eve not equipped with any armor. So I found out this week that outfit actually removes the shield. So that makes the game significantly more challenging if you want to wear that outfit in particular.
Oh, are you talking about the one that's like beige?
Yep, that one.
The
So
beige
yeah,
outfit? Okay.
So FYI to those playing Stellar Blade, if you want to wear that outfit, it actually removes the shield. So it makes the game tougher. Yeah, that one. It makes the game more challenging because she doesn't have a shield.
So if you guys want to go full sweaty mode in Stellar Blade, go ahead and basically zip. I'm basically gonna go this route anyways. But thank you so much, Wicked. Yeah, thank you so much, WickedVirtue, for coming on. I know that you have to leave.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So what are you up to, and where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Kick, Twitter, Instagram. Let's see. This week I'll have a bunch of gaming streams. There's no History of Pirates stream this week. But I do my Monday morning coffee shows every other week in Wicked's World. Then on Saturdays, you catch me on Saucy Saturday with the X-Ray Girl and Disbrew. That's a fun one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just thanks, Narganol, for posting my links. You can find me there, everywhere.
Awesome. Now, are you going to the Vegas meetup?
No.
Sorry. Do you go to the? Did you go to MegaCon?
No, I missed MegaCon this year because I had just gotten back home. I was gone for a month visiting family, like around Christmas time and everything, and I had pretty much just gotten back, and I was like, I need to catch up. Like I being gone for a month, I just couldn't do it. So unfortunately I missed it. I'm probably gonna try to make. I don't know which one yet, but I will try to make one of these conventions this year.
Okay.
But no, I'm not going to be at Vegas. Are you guys going to be at Vegas?
I'm
Phil
going
is
to be at
gonna-
Vegas. Yeah, Grae's in the Philippines, so like he's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
sure.
right.
I'm not sure if I can make it, and he just started a new job. But I know that Comics Division I think he might be setting up all the information for the Dallas meet. I believe that's during the summer though. It's gonna be
Oh.
really hot in Texas, but I might
I'm
try
in
to go to that.
Florida.
Yeah.
So
Yo.
I'm used to it.
Tonberry Mazda with the $50. Holy
50.
shit.
You got to say it like Beardo. 50.
50.
There you go.
Thanks Eggrolls and Wicked. Fun chat. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Holy crap. You didn't have to do that, but holy shit. Thank you so much for the support. Yes, go ahead and follow Wicked. It's in the link down below. And thank you so much, Nagranol, for posting it. Go ahead and subscribe to her. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Again, we really appreciate it. I know you're super tired, and it's like midnight where you're
Yes, just hit midnight. Yeah, I'm gonna rest up. I'm gonna watch some more Lois and Clark. That's what I've been watching right now, and Black Sails. So
Ooh,
I'm
nice.
gonna watch something and go to sleep.
Black Sails.
Is that the new Lois and Clark?
No, the Adventures, the one with Dean Cain, the old one. I'm rewatching it.
Oh, nice.
It's great.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been rewatching it, and then I'm watching Black Sails for the first time. I'm on
Yeah,
last season.
Yeah,
It's real
I
good.
like. I like Black Sails.
Oh, Black Sails is great. I actually might watch it again. I'm hoping that on History of Pirates, we I think we're gonna do a few episodes, like covering like 1 or 2 episodes for each season, covering it. We should. It's so good. I hope we will eventually, but Jay's busy and stuff.
Maybe I should watch. Maybe I should watch that again because I
Black
remember.
Sails,
yeah, it's good.
It's great. It's great.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me on, guys.
Yeah, we would definitely like to have you back. If we wouldn't scare you away with our misogyny and
no, I grew up with the boys, so that was mild. Like I remember my cousin talking about how there was like a cheat code to like make Lara Croft naked in like the old games back. I remember that. I didn't see it. I'm pretty sure they did that when I wasn't over. So yeah. I'll come back though. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
and have a great rest of your show, guys. Make sure you're subscribing. If you came here through me, make sure you're subscribing and liking and all that stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You have a good night.
Right. Bye, guys. Good night.
See ya.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, go ahead and give her a follow. Subscribe to her channels. It should be in the description with her link tree. Yeah, it's good to have her on. And yes, I know, chat. We're gonna try to get more girls on. But the thing is that we want to make sure that we don't scare them away, and then we're probably gonna drop all the way back to like 2 watchers.
True.
Viewers. But yes, man. So we're gonna talk about some sweet baby stuff because that was been happening the entire week. It's Matt Walsh and stuff.
Yep.
So, yo, have a good night, Wicked. Take care. Thank you again. Thank you for stopping by. And yo, Justin Martin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Holy shit. Chat, if you guys haven't already done so, enable that you can receive gifted memberships. So you can be one of those lucky ones to get it because I want you guys to be able to get it. Yes. But yes, thank you so much, Wicked. And thank you so much, Justin Martins, for the 5 gifted memberships. Holy shit, man. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Asmongold.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that video you sent me. It's actually really long, half an hour. So I didn't.
Yes, half an hour.
Yeah.
So for Asmongold, he basically talked about wokeness in video games, and he briefly touches on the topic that we're going to talk about, but he's been trending for the past day or so, and it's not due to his bad takes about streaming is a harder job, right? What has Asmon done now? Surprisingly, not much.
I asked Phil the same thing. I asked Phil this. What did he do now? That is it. No, he didn't do anything. He just had some takes, and people are trying to cancel him apparently. Yeah. Okay, let's break it down.
So, did you know that Dragon's Dogma is coming out next week?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
it's looking to be the better game compared to Rise of the Ronin. The way I see the previous. Yeah.
Yeah, like I might actually try to make, because right now you can't really play the game, but you can actually do
character creation. character
Yeah,
creation.
character creation,
Yeah.
and there have been crazy character creations that I've been seeing, which is pretty damn cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I guess this comes to us from X Twitter, some Dragon's Dogma's official Twitter account, and it says, introducing the second round of Dragon's Dogma official pawns now joining the fray. And you have of course these four, but the one person I do want to highlight is Asmongold. And why is he important in my opinion? He has a lot of subscribers. He's been on the internet for for more than 10 years now, and he's been doing a lot of stuff for WoW and stuff like that. Whether or not you enjoy his takes or not, whether or not you like what he says, the man has every right to say what he wants to say. However, there's a lot of people who are upset at Asmongold, and here's the first one. And right over here, this is from News Lobster. You say leftists are mad at Asmongold involved in upcoming Dragon's Dogma 2 because he talked about Sweet Baby Inc. controversy earlier this month. And this person says, emerge from my COVID haze to see Capcom using someone who just mainstreamed a hate campaign against marginalized people in gaming to promote Dragon's Dogma. And I just wish the games industry weren't embarrassing and actively dangerous at every turn. I'm going back to bed. So that's one person. I don't know who this person is. I'm not a game critic reporter at inverse.com, second best host of the girl mod, and of course trans person, because I have the trans flag with a she and her.
Imagine calling yourself best something. it's so cringe in my opinion. I like if you're gonna call someone best, like it's not gonna come from yourself, right? It should come from other people. Like it's like you're so full of yourself. Oh, I'm the best in every. It's like it's so cringe. It's so arrogant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And we got a sticker from WickedVirtue.
WickedVirtue with the super sticker. I think it's a karate dog going.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Thank you. Holy crap, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, Wicked. Appreciate it. And so that's one person. Another person, right over here, says Asmongold is a gigantic piece of shit, and the reason we're currently in the midst of what can only be described as hell, even for people completely divorced from the current situation. The fact that Capcom has decided to platform him in any way is just disgusting. And this guy is a writer, freelance news writer for NME, TCG, writer elsewhere, and of course, pronouns
and queer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess just because he has an opinion to voice whatever he wants. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Now, there's even more crazy ones online. And the reason why I have to go to these is because most of these posts were deleted. So people who don't know who Asmongold is, he is probably one of the biggest WoW players back in the day. He doesn't play WoW anymore, but he was one of the biggest WoW content creator back in the day. And he owns OTK, and he owns Starforge and a bunch of other companies with like Mad Mushroom and stuff like that. And he has combined, I think over 4 million followers and subscribers, if I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So now here's another one right over here. So these are all actual images. I don't have their actual Twitter account pulled up. This person says, isn't Asmongold the racist transphobic grifter who openly hopes artists lose jobs and also lives in a pile of roaches in his own shit and tooth blood smeared on his wall? How this guy has even one watcher still absolutely baffles me. Grae, there's a lot more I'm going to bring up, but how do you feel about these crazy people talking about Asmongold right now?
When did he say that he wanted? Look, we didn't agree in his take with regards to streaming is harder than a regular job. Okay, we're 100% still stand by that. But a lot of his takes are actually pretty solid in my opinion. It's pretty rational, at least, or at least his line of reasoning is. I understand why he arrives at a certain point for many of his takes, But yeah, he never wished for losing jobs. And I mean, who cares if his house is dirty? He's still a multimillionaire. That's all that really matters.
Mhm.
His own shit. I don't know about that, but yeah, this is how these people attack form an argument. They throw personal insults rather than trying to constructively say why he was wrong in particular takes. They just because they know they can't. They know that they will lose if you do a constructive way of arguing. So they just use personal insults like, oh, he lives in a pile of roaches. Oh, he's in his own shit. Yeah, that they just resort to doing that kind of argument rather than trying to figure things out and actually, you know, arriving at a conclusion. Oh, I'm actually wrong. Oh, I'm actually right. They just it's like it's these people are not worth arguing because they're not there to make an argument to see who's right. They're there to say, no, I am right and you are wrong. And you're a piece of shit if you don't believe in me.
Yeah. And the thing is that like Asmongold, the reason why people watch him, like I watch him from time to time. Like I do watch his stuff.
I do.
So the reason why people relate to him is because he is saying what a lot of people are thinking most of the time, right?
Yeah.
He is like someone said, Argent Sable on Rumble. He is milquetoast. He is a little bit more. He's more libertarian and leans a little bit more on the left, but he does have in some ways conservative values because he grew up in a conservative household, right? So I think a lot of people just he's sort of in the middle. Like he's a little bit more left leaning, but he is in the middle, and that's what a lot of people like. And he's a gamer. He's a regular dude. He doesn't hide who he is. He doesn't fake who he is.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
He's a multimillionaire. Does he?
Yeah.
And can he buy a mansion and live in it? Yeah, he can. But he doesn't want.
He doesn't want to. Exactly.
He doesn't need to do it. Can he? Can he get like hair transplant to make sure that his hair looks nicer so he doesn't look as bald that he usually does?
Yeah, he absolutely can. He can absolutely. It's like
right. Yeah, he's middle left exactly. So
it's like even admits. Oh, I haven't showered in 5 days. I just find it really funny. But he's gonna be down to earth guy. But if you look at his bank accounts, oh man, this guy's set for life.
Yeah, the only thing that's different from him and a regular person, a regular like blue collar, it's money, and he doesn't look at the stuff that he wears. Like he wears the same shirt, white shirt for a month.
Yeah. It's these kind of people that I like. It's like it's not like those executives who work in corporations with the suit and the Ferrari. Oh, look at me, man! I'm so successful in my life. Listen to what I have to say. Those people are incredibly obnoxious, man. It's like those fake gurus with self-help books. It's like it's pretty. I respect these people far more than those kinds of people, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like those guys like when back in the day when you used to go like watch YouTube when they first introduced ads, and it's like, hey, I have two Lamborghinis in my garage, but do you know what's better than Lamborghinis? Knowledge. Buy my book. It's like that kind of bullshit, right? He's not like that. He's not there to preach at you, and he said that if you don't watch him, then don't watch him. But this person right over here saying that he's a transphobic grifter. If you scroll down to there, that's since been deleted. Asmongold's fans have found this, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute. But before I go, why not help a cute trans gal with her HRT? Man, that's hardcore grifting, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I hate Asmongold. But also, can you fund my hormone replacement theory? Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? Jesus. But here's another one. This has also been replaced. Now, this one I have a lot to say because this person is it's in the industry. Now, I've been seeing more and more hateful Gamergate-esque opinions. I want to be clear on where I stand. I won't tolerate any harassment, violence, or threats towards devs, minorities, and women in our industry in any space that I own or have control over. I agree with that. I don't if you're gonna harass people, violence, just ban them, block them, report them. I don't care about your opinions, and we'll go into this discussion with you. I'm not interested in explaining to you how little you know of the workings of our industry, and I will report block her account immediately. Now the red part is important. And if by any chance, you happen to be working in an industry and you are voicing said opinions, I will screenshot you, put you on a person list, and advocate that you'll never work in a company I work for or associate with again. All right, Richie, I'm calling you out, you piece of shit. I work in the games industry, and a lot of the shit that you guys are coming out with that are fucking woke as fuck. No one's gonna fucking buy your shit. Okay, no one's gonna buy your shit. Come on, come at me. You want to cancel me? Come on, do it. Do it. Come on. Like, if you have the balls, I'm pretty sure you're on HRT and you probably removed your balls already. I'm pretty sure that this is all bark and no bite. Go ahead and do it. But the thing is that I'm just calling you out, and this is not a harassment. This is more of a criticism that your side has been doing for the past 10 years, ever since Gamergate 1.0 started. Now we're in Gamergate 2.0. Go ahead and screenshot everything. But the thing is that a lot of people have the same sentiment as we do. We just want games that do not pander or fucking removes us from our escapism. People just want to play video games. People work 3 to 4 jobs just to be able to pay for their 2-bedroom apartment for some reason. I don't know why 2-bedroom, and pay for their cars, $7 lattes, and the $1,000 iPhones. And they just want to go home and play a video game without being preached at, and immediately removes you from your escapism. Right? So go ahead.
I'm more actually fixated on the previous paragraph than the one box. Like, it just shows, right? These people are not there to, like I said earlier, these people are not there to have a genuine professional conversation so that we can arrive at a conclusion. These people just want, no, my way is the absolute correct way, and you are wrong. If you don't 100% comply to me, you are a whatever insult, bigot, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's like these people are not worth talking to. It's like they're just there to, say their piece, and they are always correct and you are wrong. There's no way around it. You can't rationalize with these people.
Yep. And the thing is that, like, when this person gets fired, they're gonna blame people like us and people who are online who are complaining about it. The thing is, GDC is happening next week, I believe. GDC is happening this coming week in San Francisco, I believe. And I can actually go to it, but I'm not gonna go because I don't like going to San Francisco if it is in San Francisco. But the thing is, it's at GDC is where you get CEOs of Sweet Baby Inc. saying that you should terrify your marketing people, right? There are a lot of woke ass people going to GDC, and a lot of these gaming companies and stuff like that, these tech companies, they are infiltrated by a lot of these people, and it's actually disgusting, right? Now, remember Chris Kindred? This person's back, and basically said this here. Basically saying they're just writing fan fiction at this point. The group still should be taken down, by the way. And this is talking about Sweet Baby Inc. Detected. If not for the conspiracies, then definitely the Nazis. They're doing a phrenology in there. So basically, this reply and all this has all been deleted since then. It's on. It's the thing is that if you are so adamant about the things that you're saying, why delete them?
Exactly.
Like, are you too much of a pussy to like fucking have your shit? And the fact that when you get especially when you get ratioed, you start immediately privating your shit.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, if you truly believe what you say, that should be a motivator, not a means for you to block or delete your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then over here it says, that's crazy. Isn't one of these people, he's talking about Asmongold, is an active participant of an harassment group? And then Mudahar says, this you? Damn. Because Chris, I'm not sure it's he, she, whatever, whatever. They're the one who started this harassment group to try to get Sweet Baby Inc. Detected removed from Steam.
It's like I've been saying, it's like, if there's still any game company out there who still wants to work with these people, I think you two deserve each other. Like, if you still can't see how dangerous these people are to your company, I don't know. I don't know what else will. It's like, yeah, all the main characters of all your games will be a black obese trans person. all, that's all the main characters gonna be in all of your games. That's what's gonna happen.
And then the last thing that has to do with this, do you remember I talked about how this all started with Sweet Baby Inc. detected, and then it sort of blew out of proportion, right? Now, this also has to do with this because remember I told you about Melissa Mercanti, who's who's an I guess a quote unquote fake journalist at Kotaku. I guess she was on, I'm not sure if they or many days or whatever it is. They're on a podcast or some kind of YouTube channel earlier this week.
I saw this. Like, if you're part of the curator, which I am, I am a racist. Okay, so apparently I'm a racist. Okay.
Yep. So here we go. Let's go ahead and listen to what she has to say.
Racist. Okay.
Yep. See if it plays or unless it got deleted. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can refresh it. Okay. There we go.
Made that Steam page and who are arguing in my Twitter are kind of trying to act like, well, we're so clever because we made sure to take out language that made it clear that we didn't want Black people in games or didn't want people of color in games. We just said that we want to be aware of this company and aware of what games they're working on so that we can make an informed decision and blah 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 blah. But it's like, I don't think that you think you're being as smart as like you believe you are, because everybody with any sort of sense can read between the lines as to what you're doing. And then even if you were pulling it off well enough on Steam that it seems like you're not violating the TOS technically and you're not, openly being a hate campaign, you spend 5 minutes in their Discord, and that's really what drove it home for me. Was
so basically,
I think that
this lady is basically saying that you don't have a right to show what what Sweet Baby Inc. is doing. Like, how dare you make this list? Like, have you gone into the Discord? And she's the one who went to the Discord and says, "Hey, why can you dox yourself so I can dox you guys?" Basically, without saying it. She's the same person that went into the Discord and says, "Hey, why are you guys not using your actual profile pictures? Why are you guys not using your real names?" It's like I don't know, man. Like she's insane. How do you feel about this?
Yeah. Well, given she works for Kotaku, it's not surprising. It's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, you can't really rationalize with these people. They're gonna continue. No, I'm not gonna listen to you. We're always correct. And for some reason, even though that curator is actually advertising your games, you're somehow it's still offensive. Somehow it's like, oh no, you're attacking us. Why is that your interpretation? Shouldn't you be proud that curator is featuring your games? Like, that's how I would take it if I were a consulting company and it shows all the games that we're in it. If I believe that I'm doing what is right, or if I'm believing I'm providing something of value, then it's a good platform to showcase all the projects that I have done. I mean, if they had taken it that way, they would have gotten so much really, really good PR if they had interpreted it that way. Like, they would have gotten a lot more defenders if that was, oh, look, this curator actually is showcasing our projects. So they would have gotten a lot of defenders, even here on YouTube, if they interpreted it that, rather than going down the path that they did, trying to cancel everything. Yeah, I mean, this is how these people think, looking for the next big thing to get outraged over. Everyone at SBI should get a real job. Those are all fake jobs.
Yeah, like I wonder how long it's gonna take for Kotaku to go under.
Yeah, it's like, who's the conglomerate funding Kotaku? Is it BlackRock? Is it Van? Why are they still alive for this long? Actually, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, man, it's well, it is what it is, man. It's these people are gonna continue spewing their shit, and we're gonna continue calling them out, and that's what we should do. I think whenever something is garbage, something that's not right, we should always talk about it to bring light to the topic, whether or not if it's good press or bad press. You're still getting some, people are saying, oh, any publicity is good publicity, and say that to Bud Light, right? Tell out the Bud Light and see how they say. But when it comes down to Sweet Baby Inc. and stuff like that, I think people are just tired, man. I think and like you said, if she should be okay with it, at least people are. Let's say if you are pro Sweet Baby Inc. and you like all of that woke shit, you like all of that, like that DEI, ESG, whatever thing they're trying to do, wouldn't you be like, okay, yeah, I'll be the person who buy all their games. I'll make sure that to spread their message, right? So this is a quick curated list of things that I agree with. But here's the thing. A lot of normal people don't give a shit. They just want to play their video games, right? Person who works from 9 to 5 comes home from a job that they fucking hate, making minimum wage, and then they're like, fuck, man, I'm not sure if I have enough money to fucking feed my family tomorrow, but I'm just gonna play some video games. And then all of a sudden they see woke shit in there talking about patriarchy. I'm like, bitch, I just want to play a game, dude. And those are the people you need to cater to, because those are the majority, right? The people that you're trying to cater to they're such a tiny minority that if that game fails, and it probably will, basically take a look at Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the announcement that Rocksteady is no more. Actually, yeah.
Damn, that's gonna suck, man. How the mighty have fallen. All right, so let's go ahead and read some comments. Let's see what people. Let's see. Scroll up a little bit. All right, so let's start from. Let's see. Start from here. Let's see. Let's see. All right, right up here. Ricardo says, I had one back in 07. I think I saw how flawed it was. Even after the owners is flawed, I'm following the person. I'm not sure what was this pertaining to. Probably something that we said. See, Asmon is an old school gamer. He just does what he needs to keep his income. He defends wokeness and kind of dirty person. He defends it in a way, but he said that, if you don't like it, just don't buy it. Right? I believe that's his thing. So you just, but he is like, yeah, go ahead.
He defended ESG a couple of months ago, but his rationale was, it's not really ESG itself. It's the people behind it using ESG to weaponize their politics. So he didn't really defend wokeness. He's pointing out wokeness is just the ESG is just a symptom to the actual problem, which is the mental mindset of the people. That's how he rationalized it.
So for people who don't know what ESG is, I'm pretty sure everyone knows. It basically stands for environmental, like social
governance. So
basically, these companies are worried about both. So social governance is basically what the whole like woke shit is about, but most of these people are more worried about environmental. So let's say if I was ESG, and this is I'm not trying to like defend Asmongold, but I'm just telling you what he said. He's basically saying that these big companies like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, who are woke companies, the woke banking industries and stuff like that, they're trying to make sure that they make money in the future, and they don't want to invest into a company where it doesn't future-proof their assets.
Yes.
So let's say if there's a company that's like, oh, they're trying to make paper straws or some shit like that, which is fucking stupid, or trying to make electric cars to help the environment, they're going to they're going to invest in those companies because they know that they're going to see a profit, right? So yeah. So basically, that's
and they're I'll add on to that. So like basically, ESG in Asmongold's mind, fundamentally speaking, it had good intentions. It's preemptively preparing for business regulation environment, which I agree with. That's what the intention was. The problem is the people behind it, using it to weaponize their political agenda. That's why ESG, DEI has a terrible reputation now because of those people. And that's what Asmongold says is the actual problem, not ESG itself, not DEI itself. So that's what he was kind of defending the woke. So I know that, but that's what he was trying to say.
And basically this is what he said too. He's like, are there bad actors in there who is trying to basically utilize and use that to their own benefit? Absolutely. So, and those are the people who will like, oh, we're trying to make sure that because this woke stuff that's happening, we want to make sure that we cater towards the woke people, because they think that these developers are woke, and they thinking that because what they're basically seeing are people who are really liking diversity. I'm not saying diversity is a bad thing, but diversity that's forced, like a forced diversity, is bad. And that's where ESG funds the DEI shit that happens in these companies. And a lot of these people, like CPB Inc., there was no problem with these game companies, but once they got hired, they basically make the problem themselves so they can solve the problem themselves. So basically, if that makes sense. Let's see. Satan says, I only watch some of his hot take clips on here on YouTube. Yeah, he has his clips channel, and he has his Asmongold TV channel. Roger Table says, I usually use him on Moist Critical as barometer. I would say Moist is a little bit more, he's more centered for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like especially if you watch his clip about
yeah, I haven't heard of a bad take for me. I haven't heard of a bad take from Moist ever. It's usually like within reason and something I would usually agree with.
Yeah. Let's see. Booming Bob says that he's just a normal person, but sometimes he does have a lack of awareness.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah, he does.
Let's see. Let's see. Don't tell Jeremy Asmongold is getting called a grifter. Let's see. My parents always told me that rich people don't dress rich because they don't want people to cling to them solely for money. Yeah, usually some people are like that.
But a lot of people like to do the showy though. Oh, look at my watch. Oh, look at my suit. Oh, look at it. Those people are super obnoxious. I really hate those people.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at my car. Look at how fancy my car is and stuff like that, right? Let's see.
And if you're not like me, you're not working hard enough. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see right here over here. It says, why don't they just make a black person game? Isn't that easier? I submit this is just to destroy. Well, now here's the thing. Like, yeah, go ahead, Grae.
Yeah, I was good. Let's see EA's Black Panther game. Apparently it's being run by another woke consultant. So we'll see what.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that after this shit. Let's see. Ninja Scroll to this day has not been topped in the realm that is it for me. So yeah, I haven't played any Ninja Scroll game. Never played any. Let's see. What does ESG even have to do with digital entertainment? The social part, the social governance, is because of BlackRock. They like DEI, ESG, like the social stuff, and they want the shit to like be a part of their Western culture.
Yeah. It's like ESG is like if you don't adhere to anything environmental, social, or governance aspect of the index, you will not be receiving funding. Or if you do, it'll be a loan with a really high interest rate and stuff like that. So of course the companies, oh no, we don't want that. We want the cheaper loan. We want the easy loans. So that's why a lot of especially the Western ones are catering to this matrix, which we need to keep pushing back until change happens.
Yeah. So basically, it's for investment purposes, right? So imagine a social credit score for businesses, and the higher score that you have, the more funding you'll get, the more lending you'll get from these big companies, these big banking companies. So if you have more woke characters in your video games, more woke messaging, and that means that you'll get more profit from that shit. But yeah. Let's see. I can watch Charlie more. He's more reasonable. Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely more reasonable. And Charlie, he has a very like calm voice. So something that you can have on in the background.
And he's naturally incredibly witty sometimes. It's actually really funny the way he describes things.
Let's see. That is what politicians do. They create a problem and then tell you that they are there to stop. Yep. I don't want to say the sickness that came out of China is something that they created, but who knows? I don't know what Bill Gates is up to. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing with Dr. Fauci. You see, David Jaff said companies like Sweet Baby Inc. have no power in what game companies do. The people that say that have the power and have never made video games. Thoughts on this? Grae, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, Dave Jeff, he's a mixed bag. Like he jumps back and forth, like, oh yes, we want games to be good, but at the same time, he kind of advocates for diverse. If you don't support what they're doing, you're a racist. So I think he's kind of lost in the spectrum about the subject matters. Like people don't have a problem with diversity. People have a problem with forced diversity, and that's the nuance that he doesn't have, unfortunately. Like he's like everything is black and white for him. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he figures it out that it's not because gamers don't want diversity. First of all, that shouldn't be the main highlight of your video games. That's something that's nice to have or secondary. But yeah, again, it's not. It's the reason why Sweet Baby is getting a lot of flack. It's because they're forcing it, and that's becoming the main highlight of the games, and it's destroying the stories in the game itself, which is the part where David Jaff doesn't see. It's like he's saying, "Oh, they're trying to implement this to ensure that the games are more inclusive." It's like you gotta dig deeper and have a more nuanced take, man. I know he used to be a developer, but yeah, he's kind of lost it.
Yeah,
in terms of having the takes.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people were like, well, they're just a consultant company. I'm like, they're not just that, right? Like they're not just a consulting company. They also do some writing as well. Like they also do like they change up writing to make characters more diverse. So, oh, this characters won't say that. Like I'm not sure exactly what to do, but they do more than just consulting. So yeah. Let's see. Arjun Sable says Kirsch was going over the bridge, which is DEI on steroids. So what's that? What's bridge?
Maybe the new branding for DEI and ESG because they know that it has a bad reputation. So here's the new name. It's called Bridge. Maybe.
They already changed it. They tried to change it here in California, calling it Jedi instead of DEI. It's called Justice, Equity, Diversity, Inclusivity. Man, it's so stupid. Let's see. If you have never seen Ninja Scroll, I highly recommend it. If you have this, you can get Tubi. Also, so Dead Leaves, watch it if you don't like it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I heard of Ninja Scroll. I've never seen it. Yeah. See. Yes. Sweet Baby Inc. is running an extortion racket. I hate to see anything bad happen to your gaming company. Basically, all of them is like that. And then they write an article saying what a shitty person you are and kind of garbage like that. Yeah.
I really hope Japan, at the very least, Japan wakes up after SBI attacked Toriyama. I hope all the Japanese companies wake up. They should have nothing to do with these people.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they try to integrate it into a law and business practices. Yeah, and that's the reason why I brought up that ADL thing. Right? It's because they're trying to make this like a legal thing. It's like, oh, if you guys are against this, it's actually against the law. You speak this is against our Civil Rights Act, some bullshit, right? But here's the thing: it's a criticism versus anything else. But yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's go ahead and talk about Matt Walsh. We'll come back to Sweet Baby a little bit. Let's talk about Matt Walsh. So, Grae, have you seen the video? At least a snippet of what he's talking about with video games.
I watched the segment of G&G talking about it. Like I said in your stream, if Matt Walsh is the defender of video games, then I'm a Saudi Arabian prince.
So what do you think about what he says?
Yeah, it's like, oh, these people are attacking me with baseless dude, we have receipts here in our channel. We talked about him before, right? We have a segment of him saying anime is the work of the devil. Like, for me, I would have more respect for him if he actually sided with Sweet Baby. I would have, it's more consistent with his brand. It's like, yeah, go Sweet Baby, attack the work of the devil. It's like, I would have more respect if he does that, if he had that take, rather than this grifting take where he's just trying to seize an opportunity. Yeah, it's frustrating, and his audience are like just like following him and just believing a single word he said without even understanding the full context of everything. It's frustrating. These grifters, they're so annoying. Stick to your lane. Make a sequel to What Is a Woman?
Yeah. So, yo, Vice with the $10 super chat. Doesn't say anything. Yo, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, man. Thank you. Holy shit.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right. So now, I would say why people are mad at Matt Walsh is because, like, I'm not saying that he can't have a say in this. We're not saying that.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is that, like, we're not asking you to be a part of our side. And when talking about our side, I'm talking about the gamers side, the side of the gamers, right? And it's just, I feel like he's extremely out of touch. And but I do want to bring up context for people who don't know what we're talking about. So over here, this comes to us from D-Day Cobra. Shout out to Jeremy. And it said Matt Walsh is the first person to highlight wokeness in video game industry, according to Matt Walsh, clown. So let's go ahead.
The video game industry, without a lot of fanfare, has transformed into a tool of both propaganda and surveillance. It's an effective way to indoctrinate children precisely because it hasn't received much attention, and also because children spend, many of them, hundreds of hours a year, and that might be an undercount, a severe undercount.
Hundreds of hours in a week.
A year. He said a year.
I know. In a week, like, I was 100 hours. It's more 100 hours, and we spend thousands of hours a year. Playing games, man.
Yep.
Oh man.
With this kind of content, so it should get a lot of our attention. And now finally, that attention is here. And it's yet another reason to keep these games as far away from your children as possible. And if you do that, games journalists, literally the lowest form of journalists on the planet, will accuse you of harassment. And that's exactly how you'll know that you're doing the right thing.
So now, what he said about it's finally getting our attention. I'm like, so was he not around during Gamergate, like 1.0? Probably not, because he hates games anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like he thinks games are works of the devil. So why is this suddenly important to you? So it's like, if anything, he should be happy that these people are trying to sabotage the works of the devil. It's like he should be the cheerleader of Sweet Baby, in my opinion. He should be preaching.
Yeah.
Now he's grifting really hard, which is frustrating.
Yeah, and I think it's like this whole thing started, like, he didn't really talk about it until Elon Musk talked about it.
Yeah, right.
I wonder why, right? So if you actually go to I think it was let me actually bring it up. Go to our profile, and Elon Musk, he talked about Sweet Baby Inc. When he was when Grums and Cabrutus was on the quartering, and then I believe someone in politics shared it. I forgot, it might have been James Lindsay. I believe he shared it, and then he basically said, woke shit should be removed from video games, yada yada, whatever it is, right? So, and then all of a sudden, he makes a video the following day. Like, I wonder why is that's important, right? So it's I think because he's, like you said, a lot of people, he's out of touch, so he's trying to grift off of this. And I believe him and most of the people in Daily Wire, they don't really play video games at all. And if they do, they play the old stuff, right? They don't play the current day. So they're extremely out of touch. And it's sort of asking someone what they thought about like computers, and the only computers that they ever played was like the OG like MacBook, like Macintosh like back in the 80s. Like that's all they know about it, right? And things have evolved. Like technology, video games, things move so fucking fast. It's like you have to keep up with it. And that's the reason why we feel like he's out of touch in terms of that way. And he's definitely, someone said in the chat, ill-informed, right?
Yep.
So here's one over here. Let me share this one over here. I don't like Ian's Miles Chong, but he did share it over here. This is from Low Ping but Gayer. So having failed to get a Brazilian guy banned from Steam to make him lose his Steam library, Sweet Baby Inc. Chris Kindred is now trying to get Capcom to remove Asmongold. So this goes back to the Asmongold thing. Now, Ian Miles Chong talked about the video game stuff with Sweet Baby Inc. because this all has to do with why Matt Walsh is talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Because Elon Musk said Sweet Baby Inc. is an evil blight on the gaming industry. All they do is make games terrible and try to cancel people. They cannot go broke soon enough. So the fact that Elon Musk, one of the most richest man and the most influential man, and it's probably the smartest man, in terms of space stuff, like he's getting in on it, right? He's talking about it. And the thing is that Elon Musk does have a dog in this fight, is because he plays games. He plays Diablo. He was able to get his shitty ass druid to level 89, and he was streaming it on X, which is pretty crazy. And druids suck. I'm not sure if they still suck, but they sucked when he played it in season 1. So he knows, and he's a dad. He has several kids. He has a bunch of jobs. So it's a lot of these games are actually catered, especially Diablo 4, is catered to people who are like Elon Musk, who's a dad. He can only play games a couple times a day. And the reason why Elon Musk, it does make sense for him to talk about it, because he knows what video game is. He's in that work. He's in that space. But how do you feel?
Yeah, it's like the only reason why Matt Walsh is in it, or maybe the other people in the other, it's a trending topic and they want a slice. It's like, it's so disingenuous. But also the segment of Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy said if he had said like it's in such, he could have still said it in such a way that it's still acceptable without backlash. Like, hey guys, maybe there's this thing. I know I don't have the best take in gaming, or I'm not really in the know in gaming. But there's something going on in games that's there's this cynical agenda going on in video games, and I think it's time we put a spotlight on. If he had he said it that way, I think with the general public would have been a lot more accepting. But instead he's going in there and saying, "Oh, video games are shit," but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Like I'm an expert in the subject matter. It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Go back to making documentaries about genders, man. Talk about what is a man. Something like that.
Yeah. So now here's the thing. So this guy, Greg R.E., let me share over here. He is the lawyer, previously head writer, Tucker Carlson Tonight at Daily Wire.
Okay.
So he reached out to Grums. And
I saw those snapshots, but I didn't really understand. But okay.
So over he reached out to Grums and basically said, "Hey, Matt covered Gamergate 2 and your clip of recent interview on the show today. Elon just posted the monologue. Wanted you to know that we're very interested in this story. Please keep us in mind if you have anything to add or any other ideas. Thanks a lot for your work. And thanks also to your work on StarCraft. My lock sound on my Tesla is the siege tank sound. So it's obviously struck a chord with me." So this is Grums, who used to work at Blizzard. He says, "Awesome. I may have some ideas. I see what you want to wage is a piss war. It's so stupid." So basically, he talked about how like these gamers are getting, people like Matt Walsh started to get into this, like talking about it. And he doesn't really know what he's talking about and stuff like that. So basically, he started all of a sudden completely just like start talking shit about him. And he said, "Matt said what he said about games. I'm asking him to be open-minded. Now you are swearing at me?" And he replies with, "You wrote a snide comment, really stupid comment too. You didn't ask him to be open-minded. What a joke," right? So he basically wrote that. And then right over here, Sure, I did read my read my tweet. Right? It's not a secret that Matt doesn't like games. He mentions that repeatedly in his monologue. That doesn't preclude him from talking about the issue. You suggest it did. This is obnoxious, counterproductive, and stupid. This is not convincing me that the Daily Wire is not being opportunistic when you so easily jump into insulting me. All right, buddy, you're a victim here. Right? Take care. Basically said that, and this is basically what he wrote. The coverage of the ESG and SBI's influence in gaming to push DEI is what finally is getting mainstream attention. And I don't see why it's controversial to say that the games are incredibly popular with kids and propagandize them. Your comment is essentially projection. You are accusing Matt of being puritanical while at the same time trashing anyone who doesn't recite the precise history of Gamergate that you feel is all important. And this is highlighted right up here. One of the reasons mainstream publications don't bring more attention to this issue is how childish and frankly dumb a lot of you gamers are on all sides. You are a good example of the problem. So basically this guy... Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. How do you feel?
Yeah, there you go. It just shows you how these people are. They're just in it for the clout. There's in for, oh, it's the trending topic right now on Twitter. Let's get in on it. But they don't really have a ground to stand on, or they don't really care about what's actually going on, which is why they're getting a lot of flack. It's because people know who you guys are. You guys are just opportunistic scoundrels looking to get that ad revenue because of it's a trending topic. You're not really in it to actually defend gamers. You're in it to get the money out of the trending topic. And you get clearly it shows with those DMs that you actually, we don't like video games. We're gonna stand up for you gamers, you loser gamers. Get out, man. Get out. Disgusting.
Yeah, so
people.
basically, Grums was talking about it with the quartering, and quartering was talking back, and then I guess this person basically blocked everyone. So Lauren Chen, shout out to Lauren Chen. She's like super based, and she hangs out in Canada. Since Matt Walsh got criticism for his anti-video game stance and how he handled his segment on Sweet Baby Inc., one of his producers has been having a Gamergate level meltdown. Within a few hours, Greg has demeaned the Grums, blocked the quartering and D-Day Cobra, and called gamers childish and stupid. And he says all sides, right? The thing is that why would you want to talk to us if you're saying that we're all childish man babies?
Exactly.
Why the fuck would you? Why would we talk to you?
It just shows how disingenuous you are. It's like handshake on the left side, knife at the back on the right.
Yep. Posts like this kind of proves his point. The space is dominated by so many stupid people that they can't even comprehend the content of a 20-second clip. Yeah. And the thing is, this guy is insane. And of course, Matt Walsh is playing the victim here, right? Says, I have to say, I've been a target of some extremely unreasonable backlashes in the past, but this is probably the most ridiculous yet. This time, people are mad that I talked about an issue in the news. Apparently, I have no right to discuss it because I am not in the club. Truly the dumbest outrage I've ever encountered in my life. And man, is that really saying something. He talked about anime, calling it satanic and demonic. Now he's basically saying that gaming is a waste of time and people should stop playing video games and stuff like that. He clearly does not know what escapism is. And the thing is that I'm pretty sure Matt Walsh, he does know that video game is over $100 billion industry.
It's more than music and movies combined. It's the highest form of, it's the most profitable form of entertainment globally.
Yeah, and especially during COVID, like it popped off even harder during COVID. Now, the thing is that we're calling you out because you're out of touch. Now, if you came out instead of basically bashing, we should just you should stop playing video games. You should stop playing video games because it's gonna be woke anyways. Don't play video games, bitch. No, this game is for the gaming industry. Whether it's woke or not, is for everyone. Right? It's supposed to be inclusive to everyone. We're not going to fucking just lie down with our dicks hanging out, let these fucking woke bitches take it over. And that's the reason why we have to call them out whenever there's bullshit like that and praise games that are, good. and games that are actually bringing, making gaming great again, right? And if Matt Walsh actually came out and was like, I don't really understand why, but this is something that we need to fight back. This is something that we need to talk more about.
Right.
Like if he said that, he's like, hey, I don't really have a dog in this fight, but clearly this is huge. And I want this to be known that we should actually have more say in what goes into our video games, is because a lot of this woke shit does not belong in video games. If he said that, no one would have said anything.
Yep. In actuality, it's
Yeah.
like that would have been a double E for us. Oh wow, Matt Walsh having a good gaming take. What a surprise! That's what probably we would be saying right now. But no, he's like he had the worst take possible. It's like I said, it's like for me it would have made more sense had he sided with Sweet Baby. Like, yeah, destroy the works of the devil. I'm a fan of that. I hate video games. That would have been more on brand with him, with his career. That would have been more on brand with it. That would have been Matt Walsh being Matt Walsh. But instead, he grifts left and right looking for the next big opportunity for him that will make him the most money, which is disgusting. And yeah, you don't have any principles, in my opinion.
Yep. And here's the thing. Look, the thing is that I know Matt Walsh is a smart guy, but not in this topic.
Yep.
He's out of his depth. He's out of his league when it comes down to this, right?
Yeah. Like it's like me, it's like preaching, telling surgeons how to perform surgery when I've never studied a single anything medical science in my life. Like that's how it feels. That's how it feels.
Yeah. And the thing is that like us as gamers, we're not telling him that you can't talk about this is because it's because you know nothing about it. We're not saying that. It's like just do a little bit more research, have a little bit more, like, hey, what you said was wrong. Because I do have this thing to share. So I commented, said, have some humility, Matt. You said this back in 2018. Video games are a sacred cow in this country, and I'm tired of it. Our country is filled with adults who are obsessed with them. So we must all pretend insanely that there's nothing wrong with or disturbing about a child spending all day killing people in a virtual world. Of course, it's harmful to the child, and it's harmful to anyone, adults included. Will it automatically make a kid into a mass shooter? No. And nobody in the world has ever said that. Bitch, what about Columbine? Columbine, this happened in the fucking 90s during the Clinton fucking regime. And there were kids went into the fucking school and killed a bunch of people and then they blamed it on Doom. Whether or not it's true, they probably blame. It's like, oh, the reason why people are doing all this shit is because of video games. The reason why this shit's been happening since the fucking 90s, man. And and he says no, and nobody in the world has ever made that claim. I'm not sure if this is fucking facetious or he's fucking making a fucking smart remark, but I don't read it like that. But it is harming him, and we need to face that fact. Now, here's the thing. Have some humility and say, what I said back then, I clearly did not understand the gaming sphere. I still don't understand the gaming sphere. There's a lot of people who are in it. And I would like to bring someone on to talk about gaming more, and then bring on someone who actually knows more. Bringing on Grumps would have been a perfect person, right? But the thing is that you came out and just talk shit about it, and then now your producer is basically talking shit about everything. And this is why, like, they're hard traditional conservative Republicans. These guys, and they're the ones who basically said, cover up people, don't have boobs in video games, no blood in video games. They are those people. They are the ones who basically said Dungeons and Dragons is fucking satanic and all that shit. They're the ones who've been saying it. And I got to give him props for that. He's sticking to his guns, and this is a hill that he's willing to die on. And we're all here for it. And the thing is that it's funny because we're all just calling him, you're just grifting all of this, man. Like, just because Elon Musk is talking about it, you're just grifting, dude.
Yeah. It's like that's probably the part where people are outraged over. It's like suddenly it's a concern. It's not supposed to be a concern for you, man. You want video games to fail. That's your brand, but all of a sudden it's an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was being interviewed and he was like, "Oh, anime is demonic." I think everything, all of it. It's not even specific ones. It's all of it. A blanket statement. Gamers are fucking idiots, man, babies. No one should be playing video games. Go outside and touch grass. Don't watch fucking anime. Now you have the anime community and the video game community, which is fucking huge, coming after you. And why am I getting attacked all of a sudden? It's like, bitch, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes.
It's like you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and that's the reason why the anime and gaming community is coming after you, man. Yeah, man. Yo, what's going on, Hypnotic? How's it going, dude? What's happening, man? Hope you're doing well, dude. Yo, 34,000. Congrats, dude. Congrats. That's huge. 34,000 subscribers. That's fucking
nice.
Yo, Melodic Method says, I appreciate with $20. Holy shit. I appreciate you guys laying out the GG2 and Walsh drama. I was unaware of how twisted the story was. I respect. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You didn't have to super chat that or anything, but like, yeah, for you guys who are hanging out, you didn't have to super chat. I usually go through the comments and read as much as I can anyways. But yo, thank you so much for the 20. Holy shit, man. You didn't have to do that. Appreciate it. But yeah, I 35,000. Damn. Last time I saw you were at 34. Jeez, man. That's
killing it.
Awesome, dude. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, I told this to my wife yesterday about the Matt Walsh thing, and she was like, he still has the right to talk about it. And I was like, look, I know he does, but he doesn't. And I showed him that meme of that guy with the skateboard. He's like, how are you doing, fellow gamers? And it's like an old guy. It's like, if you guys, I forgot what his name. Chat will tell me. But basically, he goes, how are you, fellow kids? You know, it's from like a Adam Sandler movie or something like that. And it's like an old guy trying to be young. It's like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So yeah, it will be funny if his next documentary will be
what is a gamer? What is a gamer?
Yeah, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, just like clockwork, everyone's like Steve Buscemi. Yeah, yeah. A big Z video games. We're still going. Yep, we're still going. So, Grae, you know that meme I'm talking about, right?
I have an idea, but yeah, you can show it if you want.
Hold on, let me see. It basically goes. Is this one right over here? So basically, he's trying to blend in like he's in high school, and he was like, basically, how do you do, fellow kids? So it'll be Matt Walsh would be like, how do you do, fellow gamers? it's like that. Oh man, he should do that. What is a gamer would be hilarious. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd be more educated in that. Could be more educated.
We'd finally use the subscription apart from Ballers.
Yeah, like
have you been using the yeah.
I haven't. I'm still, but the thing is, I paid for the entire year. So
yeah, maybe you should have paid for the month, not for the year.
Yeah, so, see, chat. If you guys didn't know, we Project Eggroll has a subscription with Daily Wire
Plus.
Yeah, we basically use it to watch Lady Ballers, and I believe Snow White should be coming out soon
later this year.
Yeah. So like, it's like, and I saw a bunch of people who are like, okay, dumb take, unsubscribing. It's like, you know, let's see. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But all right. See what people have to say about Matt Walsh. See what people have to say. Let's see. All right, here we go. Ricardo says, I type out as I talk. What are punctuations? I don't know. They're there, but my fingers never program. Yeah, it's fine. Like for me, I usually don't put punctuations unless like I'm actually like on the computer doing it. Like then I'll put my punctuations. It's because usually I have to go down and put a question mark and all that shit. I'm not doing that. Let's see. Palpatine says subtitles are not needed when watching Ninja Scroll, aka Jubei Ninpucho, because I watched it on VHS recorded from Laserdisc back in '93, and I need to watch that. See, Ryan said it's more of a net positive than negative, but have someone who understands talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Have someone go onto his show and talk about video games, like, and the person that is like in the middle. right? Why is important? Why is video game important to the left? Why isn't video game important to the right? Everything. Let's see. Jose Taco says, it hasn't received most attention in national news. In our sphere, it's not news, it's mainstream. Exactly. Like I've known about Gamergate since 2016, but I never knew like it was started from like Anita Sarkeesian. It started from started like 10 years ago. And the thing is that they're blaming Gamergate on Trump. And how the Gamergate people will make Trump into president again. Like, if that's the case, let me see. I'm gonna put Gamergate Trump. Let's see what comes up. Let's see. Let's see. So right over here, right? This article was from 2017. Gamergate to Trump: how video game culture blew everything up. And here's another one. What is Gamergate? The lessons we have. The lessons that we still haven't learned from Gamergate. So this is from 2021. And then, basically saying that from gold farming to Gamergate, Gamergate ties to Donald Trump. This is from Kotaku. This is from 2016.
What a surprise.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But yeah, let's see, let's continue going down. Nobody is saying Matt's comments should be suppressed. So what we're saying that his comments are just out of touch and ill-informed. Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
like he should expect that there will be backlash given his stance on gaming and anime. So it's like he's like saying, "Oh, why are people attacking me?" It's like, no, you should have expected that if you're gonna go for that take.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a bad take too. It's like if you don't know what you're talking about, how about you do some research?
Yeah.
It's that easy. Just do research to know what you're talking about, so you don't look like a fucking idiot. And now the entire like gaming industry is like, the people on the left would be like, oh, of course Matt Walsh doesn't know fucking video games because he's an idiot. But people who do know who Matt Walsh is, you're just like, dude, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, why didn't you do any research? Like, are you dumb? Right? But yeah, let's see. Yeah, those damn kids, they should be whittling sticks and chasing hoops with a stick. Yeah, you damn kids. Yeah, Ben probably made him talk about it. Probably, I don't know. I'm not sure they have that much say in it. Let's see. Elon is a gamer. Yeah, Elon is hard. He is a gamer for sure. That's what I've been saying. Elon is older than Matt, and he plays games. Yep. Exactly. Let's see. Let's continue going down. Let's see. Lauren Chen is base. Absolutely. She is very pretty too. When I first saw her, I was like, oh wow, when I first saw her, I was like, she's mixed Asian, 100%. She's mixed Chinese because her last name is Chen. See, Cavatina says Lauren Chen and her family, if I remember correctly, moved to Texas. Her father needed treatment for cancer and is on a waiting list is very long, so they traveled to the U.S. Yes. If you guys don't know, a lot of people are like, oh, Canada has one of the best healthcares because it's very cheap. Canada is very good for cheap healthcare because people they get taxed really, really high, right? But if you need something emergent, Canada is not where you want to go for healthcare. Like, you need something right now. Something like oh, I need, like, if you're going for like daily treatments for like the flu or what, you have some kind of virus or something, you need antibiotics. It's pretty simple. You just go inside and get your medicine. But it's either very cheap or free. But if you want something that like, oh, I have like fucking cancer, I need a kidney transplant, something that's fucking major, is better to do it here in the States. And this is from a person that I know who grew up in Canada and now she's here. So yeah. See, Ryan, what's going on, dude? Hope you're still here. You see, I typically like Matt Walsh, not super familiar on what's happened here, but definitely sounds like he's off with his topic. Does not sound good. Yep, that's exactly what it is. He basically does not know what he's talking about, and he's like basically playing the victim. He's like, oh, why is everyone attacking me? This is crazy. I was like, it is what it is, man. He doesn't know. Let's see. Ricardo says, yep, I just find lives, and I have interest in and gain some knowledge because, believe me, I get nothing other than that. Oh, cool. That's good. I'm glad our live stream is able to help you with some stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty dumb. I'm pretty dumb myself. Hypnotic says that he should do that. What is a gamer would be hilarious. I 100% agree. Let's see. Just watch the old Snow White. No need the unwoke version because it is new. Yep, true. Yo, Ing the Merciless, back from Texas. What did I miss? Yo, yeah, you were in Texas. You were at South by Southwest. Is that where you were? But yo, what's going on? What's going on, Dad? How are you going? How are you doing there? Oh, we're talking about Matt Walsh and how he's out of touch. Definitely
yeah,
out
the
of touch.
defender of gaming and anime.
Yep. Yeah, imagine he's the guy who basically like becomes like the vanguard of like, I didn't know what gaming was until I made the documentary. What is a gamer? and then now I understand. Right? Dan says, to be fair, gamer gators are more likely to vote for the God Emperor this time around, at least. God Emperor Trump. But yo, thank you so much for the 199, Alan. Thank you. Holy crap. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Let's go here. Dan says that Wash is a weenie. We conservatives don't dabble in childish crap like video games. Video games are saturated with leftist shit. What? And then all of a sudden he's like, oh crap, how did this happen? Why are people after me? Yep. Lauren Chen needs to be on Eggroll. Impossible to get her on. Impossible to get anyone that has over. Okay, the fact that we were on side scrollers and legal mindset, I don't know. It still freaking blows my mind how.
How the hell did that happen? Huh?
Yeah, like legal mindset. Like he has over 100,000 subscribers and climbing now is because, especially when he started talking about the Niji Sanji stuff.
Yeah,
like the VTubers,
because he's the only one covering it, and he has
and the fact that he's a lawyer too. So and he is in Asia, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Canada has the best healthcare for deleting yourself. Yep. Grae, do you know that?
You told me before, right? That if you wanna, they
have euthanasia over there for There's a person who was like who I guess they had like a surgery that sort of fucked them up, and then they're like 21 or 22. I'm not sure what their age was, but they had something that fucked them up, and then their treatment was like, "Have you thought of euthanasia?" Like the what? Is what that is your solution? that's insane. Calvatenio says, back in my day, I was radicalized by playing Oregon Trail, shooting squirrels, deers, and bison on an Apple II using floppy disks. Yeah, man. Yep, and definitely radicalized and indoctrinated for sure. Let's see. She did FNT before, right? Yes, she was on FNT a couple of times. But FNT has like almost 1 million subscribers with Nerdrotic. We don't even have 4,000. We don't even have 3,500 subscribers, chat room. It's like she's not gonna come onto our channel. She's not gonna come onto our channel. But yeah, I know she does have a what's it called again? A pop culture channel too. She has her Lauren Chen channel and she has her pop culture channel where she talks about movies and stuff. Go talk to Gary Nerdrotic. He'll boost you.
Oh, he already did back last year.
Yeah, he already did last year. When
he did. After the Vegas meet, they went live. I watched it again. He actually gave us a shout out because like they're a guest during that time. It's like I heard there was one person who came from the Philippines, and that's where he gave us a shout out.
Yeah,
that's when a lot of Filipinos started coming into the channel. Actually, when they found out that I was from the Philippines.
Yeah, Peekaboo says conservatives like sexualized females in games. They do, but they don't want to say it. I guarantee you. They like it, but it's like, I'm not sure if I should like this. No, temptation is part of the devil. The devil is making me tempted to like this stuff. It's the devil's fault. And that's the reason why they call it demonic, satanic. I'm talking about these traditional Republican conservatives. I'm talking about those. I'm not talking about like people who are just Republican. I'm talking about the hardcore, like religious folks. You see, it's indicative of the common conservative political commentator. I don't want to talk about pop culture because it's below me. Why are all the youth so lost? Yep. Let's see. So that was the healthcare inside joke with X-ray girl. Yeah. Nailed the accent. Yep. True. Yeah, Wicked's awesome. Definitely want her to come back for sure. Let's see. Conservatives love that calendar. They just can't admit it because their wives are watching. Yep. The conservative calendar thing. Yep. Exactly. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about some Sweet Baby stuff. Going back to Sweet Baby. Man, Sweet Baby is basically the topic for like the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and talk about Sweet Baby. Grae, you said something earlier. You said something about Black Panther, and there's a game coming out.
Yeah. EA made a new division solely developing on a Black Panther single player. So it's like they're trying to compete with Spider-Man and Wolverine. They want their own thing. But it's not looking good if their consultant is Gamer X or another woke consultancy firm. If you can even call it that. Another woke entity managing the story. So yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I do have an article that has to do with that. So this comes from Bounding in the Comics. It's a ex Sweet Baby Inc. employee and current EA's Marvel's Black Panther narrative designer seen proudly bragging that previous title Validate had no white people on dev team. So this is the person I'm assuming. Say, remember, kids, blatant and open discrimination based on skin color is okay as long as you do it under the auspices of being progressive. Yeah. So the thing is that this is basically something that they tried to push here in California. I believe it's Prop 6 in 2020, basically saying that we're going to remove the Civil Rights Act of in the 1960s, and in place we're going to put it with affirmative action. That means that you can hire a person based off race. And thank God that shit got shut down, which is fucking insane. I think it was like 70%. And it's funny because one of my producers, who is not, she's Vietnamese, she basically said it's a shame that it didn't get passed. I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? Of course, I'm not gonna confront her, but I'm like, what are you talking about? Why is it a shame? It's like, because you want to hire people just because they're black. I'm like, are they good with their jobs? It's like, no. Here's the thing, though. That means that you can have a white person to hire white people only. Right? It's not something that you want. All right. So you should hire people based on merit. But yeah, I guess it's okay if you're doing it for because you want to be progressive. For example, of this phenomena, look no further than the fact that Danny Lalonders, an associate narrative designer for EA subsidiary and current Marvel's Black Panther developer, Cliffhanger Games, once openly and proudly bragged that she specifically and actively avoided hiring white individuals to work on her previous indie title, Validate, out of fear that their mere presence would create an unsafe work environment for its development team's non-white members.
Man, she's so in the deep end, man.
That's so racist.
Yeah, it's like her take is probably, if we hire Asians, they'll just take all our money. Something like that.
Yeah. It's like, why are you hiring so many math teachers that are from Asia? Well, if you think about it, the high school that I went to, all of the math teachers I had, out of all 4 years, only one of them was white. The other 3 were Asian. What do you know? What do you know? Let's see. Man, I don't think anyone's going to buy this game. Let's see. The very definition of a video game developed by Tumblr validates struggling singles in your area is a visual. Sounds like a porn advertisement.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No way. Struggling singles in your area is a visual novel / dating sim wherein players are tasked with not only choosing who to date amongst a veritable united colors of Benetton ad and the most stereotypically diverse characters one could imagine, but also choosing whether or not to enable each character's awful behavior and leave a trail of broken hearts behind them, or help them along the path of self-betterment with mixtapes, poetry, and cosplay thrown in the mix. What a fucking crazy ass game. No one's going to play that. I'm pretty sure Some people bought it though. Validate presents a smorgasbord of relationships to bear witness to reads the game's official synopsis, but the dating scene is difficult when you when you are marginalized in the 6 different ways. So happiness continues to fly just out of reach of these unlucky lovers.
What is that? Oh god.
Oh my god, dude. Wow. I have nothing to say about this game.
Yeah.
It's not very diverse, besides the one at the end for Italian.
Yep. And on a hoodie too. That's a hoodie, right?
Which one?
The one to the right. I think he's wearing a jacket.
Oh, this one, yeah. Yeah, Italian. Yeah, that's the Italian one. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's continue. Given the game's subject matter, it comes to no surprise to learn that its 21-member dev team apparently features 0 white individuals. However, what is eyebrow-raising is the fact that this was not a merit-based hiring coincidence, nor the results of white individuals choosing not to apply for the dev team, but rather Lalander's specific instructions not to hire them at all. That's insane. That's illegal.
Yeah.
That's actually illegal.
Yeah. It's like what's only missing is in the job description. White people are not allowed in one of the boards. All races are welcome except whites.
Okay, so this is the GDC Expo of 2021. Like I said, this is where all they congregate. They go over here and they talk about let's see, how do we get more woke stuff into video games. That's basic. Oh, okay. Let's see what this person has to say.
Mixing the cauldron.
Yeah, let's see. I believe I might have an X video. Let me see if I can find it. I believe I have it somewhere. Unless they deleted it, because I didn't, when I was scrolling down, I did not see it. Okay, scroll down. Nope, that's a bunch of. Hold on, I'm looking at a Halle Bailey in a bikini. Man, they nerfed her. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one.
Okay, all right. I do not see the video anymore. So we probably have to watch this one from this article. All right.
Team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they...
I'm not saying that I don't want to work with white people. I'm just saying
they're hard to work
it's hard to work with white people. Oh, how do you feel, man? We're gonna continue this clip. How do you feel so
it's like you literally just contradicted yourself in the next sentence. Like how much on the deep end you have to be to not realize how racist you actually are. Like trying to not be racist, ending up being racist. It's like again and again with these people. It's like the same thing, and I don't know. It's like someone has had to told her already that how hypocritical she is. But again, they don't want to listen. They just want to say, "Oh, we're right and you're 100% wrong," and we're gonna cancel you if you don't agree with us. She's another one of those kinds of people.
Yep. Let's continue.
Think that something made okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love. So, who is your team? What does your team represent? Is your team all men. What does that represent about your game? If you're making a game about teenage girls, why is your team all men? Let's think about that a little. What is the goal for you and your team, and what do you want to achieve? How will you guys get to that finish line together? How will you divide up the work? How will you divide up the money? Those are things you have to think about, especially the bigger your team gets, the more you need to think about that a little more intensely. And then how will you and your team work together towards this goal? I think that is really important because when I was creating Validate, I did not have that in my mind. I was just like, all right, we're going to get this game done. We're going to figure it out. I just like never had a plan. We didn't actually start having a plan until probably like March of this year. We do things by phases. So our first process is writers and editors. Our second process is
all right, this is all irrelevant now. Okay, so she basically says if there's all the reason why there are all men on your team and you're talking about women, maybe because they're the best person for the job. I don't know. Okay, it probably you want to make this is where like Sweet Baby Inc comes in, the consultants, right? It's like, so let's say you have a game that's it's all done and worked by men, but it's more geared towards maybe female characters, like not characters, female players. That's when you get a consultant. It does make you get outside help. It's like, hey, is this okay? And then, but if you have a person like her who won't hire anyone who's white, or let's say if you hate men, you don't hire any men for your company, that's against the law. But the thing is that she's an ex Sweet Baby Inc employee, and Sweet Baby Inc is located in Montreal, so technically they can do that there, which is fucking insane. Grae, how do you feel about this, man? Like after hearing about her talk?
Yeah. No surprise that you were part of Sweet. Is she still developing games right now? Like, I'm curious how what's the sales performance of this dating sim? I get the feeling that the writing is shitty and it's incredibly biased on their point of view how dating should go down. That's just my feeling. Rather than, I don't know, it's like, yeah, it's such a skewed way of thinking. Oh, your main character's a woman, so there can't be any men in the development team. That's absurd, man. It's like people can't do research, people can't consult with people how the proper writing of the character should go down. Like, I don't know. It's like if everything is too defined by the race, the skin color, the sex with these people, like they place so much importance in that. It's not really, it's really about the skill set, the merit, like the ability to create compelling characters. But it's like this concept, it's so beyond their mental way of thinking. It's like everything has to be about their gender, their sexual identity, the color of their skin. It's like people are tired of this. It's the reason why you guys are losing. It's the reason why people are pushing back really hard. It's the reason why it's the Streisand effect is so in effect all the time. Whenever you say, "Oh, don't do this," the exact opposite ends up being happening, and it'll continue to do so until every single one of you become just plain irrelevant.
Yeah, and the thing is, like we talk about like representation. Like I'm in my opinion, I think representation does not matter as much as they think it should, right? Oh, we should be representing Black folks. We should be representing, people who are oppressed. People who are part of the LGBTQ. Like we need to represent them. I'm like, you need to write them well first, and then you can represent them, right? Yep. I bring up two characters all the time now. Two gay, probably bi, gay or bi characters that uses a spear as their main weapon. One in a video game and one in a book/TV show. First one is Dion from Final Fantasy 16. Dude macking on people all the time. His butt buddy's name is Terrence. And I believe Terrence ends up dying in the war, and he gets super, super sad and stuff like that. His dad dies and such shit like that. Spoilers if you guys want to play Final Fantasy 16, but he's a gay character. Now, you want representation, right? Cool. We're gonna make this character is really well written. I actually like him. He's actually probably one of the best side characters. Like other than like I would say he's probably one of my favorite characters, and he's a gay character. I'm not gay, and unless chat want to say something, but yeah, I like Dion a lot. Dion's a gay character. He's a fucking icon for Bahamut. Fucking badass character. I love him. What's the reason why I like him was because he's gay? Hell no. I like him because he's badass. He's well written. Like you can empathize with that character. And the thing is that that's where Japan is winning in terms of in why they are winning. That game, Final Fantasy 16, cannot be sold in the Middle East, like in Saudi Arabia. Right? Because it has a gay character in it. So they're like, you guys can't have this game here because of this gay character. Remove the gay character, or you cannot have this game here. Square Enix says, I don't fucking care. We're not going to sell our game in your area.
Yeah.
Right? Versus Disney will bend the knee. Oh, like Victoria Alonso, we talked about her. I was like, well, they removed the pride flag thing so they can have Ant-Man Quantumania located somewhere else, like basically have it in Saudi Arabia. And then another character that's really, really, really well written that I like a lot, Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones. Bisexual character. Was that the first thing that I liked about him? Hell no. First thing, because he's fucking badass. He took down the mountain. I will be when Tyrion is at his lowest, he says, I will be your champion. God damn, that's fucking awesome. That's why I loved him. That's why I was fucking sad when he died in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers, of course. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like, and then you have people like this. It's like, oh, representation has to be everything. It's like, no, it doesn't. It does not have to be. You just have good writing. The representation will sell itself. Write a good character, and then cast that person. Right. That's why I like Idris Elba as an actor. I like Heimdall. It's not because Idris Elba played him. It's because Idris Elba played that character nicely. Same thing with OG Nick Fury, not current day Nick Fury. I like Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and that's the reason why he's Nick Fury moving forward. I don't know, but I've been talking a lot. Huh? It's but yeah, I do agree with you, Grae. It's like they think that representation should be front and center.
Everything, yeah, it encompasses everything in a video game or any piece of entertainment or media. Which is, yeah, it's like that's not what people are after. People are after good writing. People are after entertainment. Is the game good? Does the game tell a good story? That at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Not if they feel represented. Because like, again, I kept saying this way back. It's like, if I had that mindset, then I would not be able to play 99.9% of the games because there's no Filipino Chinese in that game, right? It's like, these people are so out of touch or so insecure, or they actually need help. I would go as far as say they need help on their outlook and perception in life and how to move forward.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's it's sort of like you get those people who are like, oh yeah, we believe in this cause, Black Lives Matter, Pride Month, whatever it is, right? And then you go to Twitter or X, and then you go to the Saudi Arabia version of that, and you don't see their profile picture with pride flags on it, right? If you stop being a pussy and stand by what you actually say, right? But let's finish up this article. Speaker of reflection validates development while hosting a talk titled 1 Year in the Industry. She admitted has a team mostly all people of all color other than white. Of course, we have no white people on our team. Of course, this is basically, oh my God, this is the actual art. Is that that's a man,
Discord,
right?
Discord chat and yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna can't stand the heat. Oh my God. Okay, in response to the ongoing discourse surrounding Sweet Baby Inc., who she previously worked for between 2022 and 2023, the dev asserted towards a consultation company's critic, I just stopped taking y'all seriously when y'all start running around saying white people can experience racism, because I did not suffer through 2020 for y'all to act like you weren't an ally to BLM 4 years later. I'm gonna Google racism definition. A person who believes in a particular race is superior than others. A person with a prejudiced belief that one race is superior than others. An adjective of relating to or advocating racism. So I'm pretty sure this probably got community noted saying that you can be racist to white people. And the people who are saying you can't be racist to white people is absolutely insane. Let's see. As noted above, Lowlanders is currently employed as an associate narrative designer for Cliffhanger Games, the same dev studio currently hard at work on EA's Marvel's Black Panther title. To end this, given that the game is still in early development, just how much hand Lowlanders will have an overall narrative remains to be unseen. Now, here's the thing. After working here for a little bit, she's going to be promoted to lead a narrative designer. Is because if you don't promote her, it's considered racism. I'm just saying it. If you don't promote her, you guys are going to get sued for racism. But man, Grae, can you be racist to white people?
Yeah, but according to them, no, you cannot. It's okay to look down on white people. It's okay to attack white people. Apparently, that's what they're saying. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Let's hope EA turns things around. But I mean, it's EA. If anything, if there's anything they're good at, is fucking up. So we'll see. What's the result of the Black Panther game they're making? Yeah.
Oh man, but I think these people who are just I don't know what happened, man. Like it never has been this bad, but then they always like blame it on skin, like hiring people based off the skin color and stuff like that. I think that's like most of the time when I see people who are like, oh, we want to hire a person of color, Black Indigenous person of color or whatever, right? A lot of them, I was like, why do you want to hire? Like, I always question, like, why do you always want to hire people who are not white? Oh, it's because they feel like they're being underrepresented in our community, in our industry. I'm like, okay, but wouldn't you rather hire someone that's good for the job? Doesn't matter if skin. Yeah, but we got to make sure that we take account to make sure that these, if corporates looking at us, if an outside company is looking at us, and if majority of the development team is predominantly white, it doesn't look good. I'm like, but did they make a good game? Did the game sell well? It's like that doesn't matter to them anymore because money does not matter to them anymore. It's all about representation. And for me, who work in the game industry, my team that I work on, like the team that I work for, it's pretty diverse. There's no black people there's no black artists on my team anymore. But it's like, do we call it that? It's like, oh, we need to hire more black people, like we need to hire people who are underrepresented. And I'm like, bitch, who fucking cares, man? Just hire someone who's good. Like, if you want to make money, you hire the best person for the job. It's that fucking simple. I don't know, man. Like I feel like I'm fucking like yelling at a brick wall. It's like, and they're so surprised like why Suicide Squad made no money. It's because they hired based off an agenda. And it's time for people to push back and say, we want big titties in our game. Right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I've been saying last week, it's like I think it's such a ripe opportunity for China and Korea in particular to have a more global influence in the gaming sphere. Because like especially China, they're not gonna take that woke shit, right? Or there's no way. So it's like if Black Myth, Wukong, and more games like that take off, China's gonna have a bigger presence in gaming in the very, very short term, along with Korea, with Vindictus and Stellar Blade. There's gonna be more games like that. They're just, oh man, we made so much money out of this. We gotta make more of them. So they're gonna start taking over the gaming sphere alongside Japan, because I'm assuming Japan is about to turn around, given what Sweet Baby has done, especially with Toriyama.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, with Toriyama too, man.
Mm.
Yep, rip Toriyama for sure. All right, let's go ahead and see what the chat room is saying. Excuse me. Let's start right here. All right. Ryan says her type and their designs always have so much fat and ugly. They relate to it and worship it. Yep, always looking like always looking like goblins, man. Damn. Yep. Basically, like I see this meme where it's like let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Let's see if this is it right here. Okay, I don't think I can find it, but basically it's basically this is the meme, and let me share it right over here. This is the meme, and it's basically Lois, but someone colored it with like rainbow hair, piercings everywhere, and right over here, like next to her neck, it says they what's it called again? Ugly person. And then the pills over here says identify as they them. It's because like that's how they are. Like majority of the time, it's like if they're ugly as fuck, it's like, oh man, I'm super fucking ugly as fuck, man. I'm just gonna identify as they them because I don't want to identify as a man or a woman. And that's how a lot of these people who are just self-loathing, self-hating, wants to project their own self-loathing onto other people. It's like, haha, take that, you piece of shit, huh? You white person. It's like I'm so tired, dude. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, Satan says, "Oh yeah, girl, move the goalpost some more." Yep. See, Dan says, "I didn't hire white people because I wanted to create a safe environment. I'm not saying white people create an unsafe work environment." Yeah. Let's see. Ryan says, "It's frustrating because you have attractive people of all colors and cultures." Absolutely. See. They covet what does one covet? What they see every day. Yep. See, Dan says no one wants to deal with loudmouth type Bs either. Can I legally not hire you based on that? Maybe. His competitor says so. She is saying that she only wants to work with magical people of certain society.
Yep, that's what she's saying.
Yep. The what's that movie called again? The American Society of is it American? Yeah, Magical Negroes.
Yeah, I saw the clips of X-Ray Girl and Carolyn. It's so jam packed with people, man. I couldn't believe it.
Yep. Let's see. Ryan says, I can't believe goblin chicks like this really get attentions like this. Yeah, with their dumbass takes. They do. They're the loudest ones. They're usually the ones who scream the loudest.
Yeah, I believe that one wasn't that didn't go trending until Sweet Baby. The Sweet Baby can't keep their mouth shut.
Let's see. I can't wait for DLC for struggling singles in your area. Oh man, I wonder if they're gonna have that Dead by Daylight character. Oh shit. Let's see. Melodic says it boils down to integrity and grit. Can you sit down and work even if you want to go home? Can you be respectable for your work, good or bad? Yeah. A lot of people basically want. It's like in the gaming industry, we don't do crunching anymore. It's because of EA. Grae, did you know that?
What? Yeah, I got curious on the last part. What do you mean by because of EA?
So, several years ago, when I say several years ago, I'm talking about like 8, 9, maybe even 10 years ago. EA was sued, and EA lost because they overworked people who are there, and they basically what they did was they worked you overtime because they need to get a game out. And the thing is that you get paid salary. So it doesn't matter how much you work. You still get paid the
so
same
it's
amount.
okay. So they get paid like monthly, bi-monthly, regardless of the number of hours.
Correct. And then what happened was a lot of the wives, the people who work with them, like significant others, are like, what the fuck, man? You working them? So I believe a lot of these people came together and sued EA for overworking them without paying them. And EA lost. They have to fucking pay out a lot of, like, a big settlement to a lot of these people, and have a bunch of friends who were actually a part of that. And they got a lot. They got like $80,000, like, which is like, that's a good amount of money they got back. So ever since then, the gaming industry is known to not crunch anymore. Right. But this also helps out people who are terrible workers, who are like basically just go in, work, and then right at like 5 o'clock, they just immediately leave. Doesn't matter. It's like, all right, I'm done. Don't talk to me. I'm leaving. Right. You get some of those people who's like, okay, I'm done. I don't care. I do least amount of work as possible because I'm being paid salary, and it doesn't matter. And a lot of people basically just don't want to do harder work anymore. They just don't. You see, that girl's retarded. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Let's see. It's 8 hours a day, and it's not just 8 hours a day. One has to have some pride in what they do. Yeah, they do. But like a lot of people just create bullshit, and they hope that the game gets approved. I don't know who funds those games. So who backs those games, man? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Ryan says, depends on what you mean by representation. The way it's marketed these days is complete BS, and it does not matter. You don't need to have some the same skin tone or race or whatever to feel like you can relate. Exactly. Let's see. I thought Mass Effect 1 handled it perfectly. You could be a chick or a dude. You could make a million different ugly faces or go with the pre-made one. Simple and perfect.
Yeah, I love Mass Effect. I want to make a video of Mass Effect, but it's gonna take so long. It's like one Mass Effect game is like a couple of hours. But maybe in the future, when I have more time, I'll make a retro review on Mass Effect 1.
Yep. See, just your cases. As long as a game has good characters and good stories, I don't care what color the characters are. Exactly. I don't care, man. Let's see. Where can I find a physical copy of Spider-Man from Saudi Arabia? They don't have one. They do not have one. It's because they never sold it there. It's because of the pride flags.
So okay. I thought they sold it, then just removed it.
No. I'm not sure if they did. They might have removed it. You might be right, actually. You might be right.
Yeah, I get the feeling that it's like in terms of consistent principles, I think it's the Japanese that does that, not Western devs. Get the fuck out of here. Western devs are not gonna do that.
Yeah, see. Let's see. Broken people would play this game if they had the money to pay for it, which they don't. Good luck marketing to that crowd. Yeah. Let's see. They want to lower the bar because certain people can't reach it. Are you talking about midgets? Are you talking about those?
Unqualified people, unqualified for the job. So like they're just
okay.
Representation.
So I'm just being an asshole. Let's see. I love the first Spider-Man game. Yeah, the first Spider-Man game is really good. I still need to get. I just beat.
I want to get into the
Kingpin.
first one too.
I just beat Kingpin, which is the first boss, and I stopped. Which is basically the tutorial boss. Let's see. But could I tell the sequel? But I could tell the sequel was going to be woke and was going to disrespect Peter Parker and worship Miles because he's black. Yep, and Sweet Baby Ink worked on that one. Let's see. Satan says, it's real sad, really. I really like the first Spider-Man game. Most fun I had in the game. Yep, it looks really good. See, it's okay, Phil. We're just in Clown World. Explains everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Everything sucks now. Everything sucks. You see, hire who can do the best job and make the money for the team. Exactly.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
It's surprisingly that simple, but for some reason, a lot of people don't get it.
Let's see. Akira Toriyama's two racist character, Mr. Popo and Oolong. Yeah, and the thing is, I know nobody like die-hard like Dragon Ball Z fans don't care. We just like we see it and like it's like there's a reason why they changed Jinx's skin color to purple. It's because of a lot of lot of people grew up playing Pokemon and they ended up changing Jinx's color. Grae, you remember what Jinx's original color is in Pokemon?
Yeah, apparently the only race that can be considered racist for some reason. Yeah. I did notice that. It's like, was this her color before? I know she was purely black before.
Yeah.
Anyway,
For me, I just thought that she was Mr. Popo's girlfriend. Oh shit. Let's see. Arkham Knight dethroned Spider-Man as the best superhero game in my opinion. Is
Yeah,
Arkham Knight good?
I need to give it Arkham Knight more of a chance. For me, I feel like the Batmobile segments are kind of I know this hot take. I feel like they're more of a drag compared to Arkham Knight and Arkham City and Arkham Asylum where you play as Batman. It's like because like what they did with the Batmobile segments, they made it like a puzzle sequence. I would prefer they just Batmobile just shoot other cars. Actually, I don't like the puzzle segments of the Batmobile.
Let's see. Ryan says, I'm definitely going to play all 3 Arkham games. Thanks for the feedback, y'all. I know these games
Yeah.
are gems and deserve to be played.
You can get them for mega cheap. Mega cheap. Like Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum for like $2. And Arkham City too. So $10, you're fine. You can get all 3 games already.
Yeah. The games industry is horrible with overworking. Yeah, it's a lot better now. Like I have technically unlimited PTO. Basically, you just don't abuse it. Like if you're gonna take time off, don't take time off all the fucking time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like you can take PTO whenever you want. Just make sure like you get all your work done and don't abuse it. Right? Don't take like fucking 3 months off and get paid for like that. It's like do it at your discretion. Yeah, crunching sounds like a result of horrible management. Yep, and EA's known for that.
It is like I hate those people who say, "Oh, it's natural to overwork." No, it's like for me, if you need to render more hours, hire more people so that people can go home reasonably. That's no matter what field you are, no matter what job it is. For me, 8 hours, unless it's like a doctor, firefighter, those kinds of things. Yeah, that again. But anything that's not life threatening, 8 hours should be the standard. I don't care if it's tax season for accounts. I don't give a shit. It's like hire more accountants then so that they can go home in 8 hours. That's my thing.
Let's see. I don't know who Oolong is. Oolong's the pig. He's the pig. In the original, he's a shapeshifter. He can shapeshift into anyone. But I believe he was wearing like a communist, like Chinese communist, like outfit, basically calling communist pig, Chinese communist pig, basically. But it didn't offend me or anything like that. Let's see. Arkham Knight is $4 on Xbox Store right now. Ooh, that's cheap.
It's at that price nearly all the time. So it's like, for me, if you have a mid-range PC, you might as well get it on Steam. It's on sale nearly all the time. So yeah, good games for sure.
Yeah. All right. See, anything else you want to talk about? I think we covered mostly everything.
Yeah. Honestly, let's hope that I think next week it's still gonna be about Sweet Baby and stupid shit that they do. Yeah. I actually let's talk about game. Oh, we're gonna talk about X-Men 97.
Yeah, X-Men 97 will be next week, man.
Oh yeah, comes out on March 20th. The first 2 episodes. So let's see if it's justified that Bo de Mayo got fired or not. And yeah, I will try to make a damsel review. It's horrible TV, horrible movie. Do not watch it.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown couldn't. It's everything as you expected. It's woke as fuck. It's all the bad guys are white, all the men, etc. It's everything you guys expected it to be. Surprise.
Yeah. All right, Grae.
Yeah. Shogun. I saw his chat. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Shogun. I watched the first episode. It's really good. Yeah, you guys are right. It's really good. I'm loving it so far. I'll try to make an episodic review on that one too.
What do you think about this? Gamers are really fucking goofy because like she's pretty in all of these pictures. The fuck?
You gotta look at more women.
you gotta get out more, man.
Yeah.
They're
You gotta
talking
get-
about you, Boogie. You win. You're a beautiful modern gaming woman prize. The top left that's a man.
Yep.
The top left is a man. Like, wow. Like, I would say the middle and the right are okay. Right? The bottom left is
Yeah.
sort of weird. So
The-
it's sort of
eh,
it's
both-
weird. The top
both-
left is just
both-
awful.
Both on the left are terrible. Middle and right are okay at best.
Yeah. And then you scroll down. Is the that Star Wars girl. If you think that this is pretty, you've either never actually seen pretty human before, or you are this
Exactly.
girl's mother. And in the record, MJ is not supposed to be pretty. She's supposed to be drop dead gorgeous supermodel.
Yes.
Ain't it? Oh shit, man. What happened? What happened, dude? Oh damn. Look at that. Damn, he has a bigger jawline than fucking Jay Leno, dude. Oh shit, that's pretty funny. Oh man. But yeah, I like I said, the middle and the right they're fine. Yeah, the both on the left is just really off. Really off. But yeah, I need to watch Shogun too. I heard there's nudity in it, so I probably should watch it.
Oh yeah, first episode there was already first episode 1.
Nice.
And I like how incredibly authentic it is. Like it's the story of Europeans making it to Japan. So it's like the dude in Europe is speaking in Europe, and the people in Japanese are speaking. It's not like everyone's speaking in English. It's not like that. So it's very rare for you to see movies and TV shows that authentic. So yeah, I will do my best to make episodic reviews since it's still ongoing. It's only 4 episodes so far. I'll try to make episodic reviews. Short ones like my usual, 3 to 5 minutes or maybe a little more. But yeah,
Cool. Yeah, I probably should start watching it too, because some people are saying that this could be Japan's like Japanese version of Game of Thrones. Like, is that good? I'm like,
yeah. It's like, and if you are, I'm a fan of Samurai Warriors, so it's like I'm a fan of like Ieyasu, how he's just a small time military commander. He suddenly became the ruler of Japan. Yeah, I'm a fan of those kinds of stuff in history.
yeah. See, this is Mary Jane right here. This is Mary Jane right here from J. Scott Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's supposed to be hot. She's not supposed to be. Oh, she's pretty. No, she's supposed to be hot, right? I gotta make sure I curate these, because some of these are we're on Twitter after all. See, but this is what you get. You just haven't seen real women before. Mary Jane is beautiful. Oh man, Melanie Mac. Oh man, but yeah, it's Victoria's Secret model hot. Exactly, man. What happened, man? Mary Jane, man, she let it go. Man, she gave up. She gave up on life. She's like, ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But yeah, it's man, it's sad what they're doing with MJ. Like, even the first game, like, she looks pretty, but it's like she's not like hot, right? She's not like super hot, but like, let's see. All right, hold on. All right, last one. We can read this right over here. This is a comic. Mary Jane's supposed to be like this. So basically, that's Peter Parker, and then like, yeah, she's supposed to be like Bombshell, dude. She's not ain't gonna be no fat bitch, man. You, man. I'm not saying she's fat in those remakes, like the renditions for Insomniac, but like they made her like not attractive. It's like, man, it is what it is. Yeah, she looks mid in the first game. She's annoying as fuck. Yeah, she's like average pretty.
If she's annoying the first game, I imagine she's 1,000 times worse in the second. Apparently, she can just taser everyone.
She's John Wick. According to what I heard, she becomes John Wick.
She tasers everyone, and she can even fight better than arguably than the two, than Miles Morales and Peter Parker.
You want to hear something funny? Like, it has nothing to do with like anything we're talking about right now. But I saw I saw a what's it called again? Do you watch? You don't watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged, but there's one thing where like they made fun of it, where Gohan was teaching Videl. Videl is like his future wife eventually, but like he's teaching her how to fly, right? And she finds out that like he's a Super Saiyan, and like he's like, it's like, wait, so you're the one who took down Cell in the martial arts tournament? You're the one who saved everyone 10 years ago, like or whatever, right? Seven years ago. He's like, yeah, that was me. It's like, wow. So my dad didn't save everyone. You did. It's like, yeah. It's like, wow. So previously, when she was like trying to like unmask who he was, like she basically like tried to jump kick him, but she landed like with her legs over his shoulders, and like her he's basically holding her by her ass, and her pussy is basically on his face, right? So basically, there's a scene like that earlier, and then so she's talking to Gohan, and then you see that Goten flying around while she's getting, and she's like, "Wait, you can dodge bullets, right? And you're basically bulletproof?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So you're basically you're fast. You're basically faster than bullets." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Huh." It's like, "Why are you asking?" And then she looks down, and then she has a flashback of her peck landing on his face, and she goes, "Just wondering." Oh man, but yeah, yeah. As MJ supposed to be above Peter's look. Yep, true. All right, Grae, what are you up to, man?
Yeah. Persona 3 video is up. It's actually doing surprisingly well. So if you wanna see what the game is like, and spoiler free, yeah, the video's up in my channel, Greyblade. It's on the description below. And yeah, my next game is Grand Blue Fantasy. It's really good. I'm actually really liking it. So if you're not into turn by turn based games, I'll be handling a full on action game next. And yeah, I know I put up the polls and said if you guys want a Helldivers 2 video or a Last Epoch video, but apparently Phil said it's Helldivers 2 is good for if you have friends to play with. So yeah, that's out of that's out of the
like you can still play it for the single play. There is a single player like option for it, but it's not as fun. Like you're not gonna get as most of it. It's because I watched Asmongold play it. Like he played it for like a day, and he's like, "I'm not sure if this is a game for me." And then I believe someone messaged him. He's like, "You got to play with your friends, man. That's where it gets really good." And he's like, "Are you sure?" So like I know that like even Jay, I know Jay was playing it, and he wasn't really having too much fun. And he was playing with what's it called again? Wicked and X-Wing, and he was like, "Ah, it's okay." And he's still playing it, right? So I heard you can do solos, but do you want to play with random people?
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure if it would make a good video if it's like me. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I bought Last Epoch and I'm liking it actually. So I'm playing Last Epoch. So I might.
What build are you going with?
I'm gunning for the marksman, but I'm wondering why that subclass is not yet unlocked for me. I think I need to reach a particular level for it to be unlocked.
Yes. So basically you have you have like 30 points or whatever. You need to max out your main class first, and then you can go to the subclass. The subclass is huge.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still early on. They're all still locked for me, but I'm going after the archer class.
Yeah, so I'm doing I think I'm the archer class too, but I'm going with explosive falconer build.
Oh, maybe that's an advanced class.
Yeah.
I don't
so basically later on you get like a bird that can follow you around, and then they do like a dive bomb kind of thing. And
that sounds so cool.
Yeah, so you get to control a bird and it does a dive bomb, and then you can actually throw out like mines. And then when you throw out a mine, you have like I think 10% chance that it'll summon a ballista with it. And whenever the ballista explodes, it creates like a giant shockwave. And basically it blinds the screen like later on, like in endgame. Like I've seen some endgame builds. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. But I'm so early in the Last Epoch game that I don't even have my own pet to tank for me. So I have to keep moving back whenever they approach me so that I can shoot them from a distance. But yeah, I'm enjoying Last Epoch, so I'll probably talk about it. But I'll think about it. I'll think about how I'll handle Helldivers too. But yeah, it's ideal if there's people I can chat with not with random people. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of now that I think about it, that's a lot of stuff. Like Grand Blue, Last Epoch, Shogun, and Damsel. I'll probably start with the movies. I'll try to upload the movie reviews next week during my after work.
Yeah,
So that's it
you
for
can
me.
also you can also reach out to the editor since like he hasn't like have any work from us for a while. Unless you're gonna edit yourself, it's up to you.
Yeah, it's probably only going to be a few minutes and cutting clips. So I'll see.
Okay, cool. And yeah, you can follow me at Mr. Phillip Chan #2 for my YouTube channel. I've been playing a Final Fantasy Rebirth, and I think I'm about 60 hours in. So I believe, according to what I heard, Endymion finished it in like 90-ish hours, and I heard the average player, if you want to do everything, is like about 100 hours. I'll probably beat it in like 30 hours. So yeah, I've been playing that. I just finished Nibelheim, so I'll be heading to Goat Saucer again, and yeah, you can follow me on Twitter or X. You can follow Grae Twitter, X, or follow our Project Eggroll account, and you can also follow my Kick and my what's it called again? My Twitch if you guys want, and we're also live on Rumble, so if you guys want to hang out on Rumble as well. Which is pretty cool.
Let's finish our games before Stellar Blade comes out. So
yeah,
we'll both cover Stellar Blade. So
yeah,
it should be fun.
I bought the digital deluxe because I wanted everything. I want all the costumes, so I bought the digital deluxe version. But the thing is that like I know that I believe the 22nd next Friday is Dragon's Dogma. So Dragon's Dogma seems like a very long game, so I'm thinking I'll be playing that. I'll probably watch people play it.
I'll probably if ever Rise of the Ronin, Dragon's Dogma, I'll probably play it maybe after we cover Stellar Blade. Because like I want to cover more general games rather because they take way too long to finish. If as much as I love making those videos in my personal channel, I'm very proud of those videos. Like they just take too much time to make. So I gotta churn out more videos more frequently, whether it's on my personal or here.
Yep. And let's see. We will be live next week when we're going to be talking about X-Men 97, and then Dan's going to be joining us on the 30th. And I'm gonna see if we can get. I'm gonna reach out to Krista again because she agreed to come on. I just know that she's busy. She said that she's gonna be more free in April, so I'm wondering if she wants to come on early, like before the meetup or after the meetup for Krista. So we'll see. And I know that we're gonna get Alan and Blabs on as well.
Oh, that's actually a good time to get them because April 12 is the premiere of the Fallout TV show. So that's a good topic to talk about with them, especially movies and TV shows are their forte. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Phil, the Japanese got A4 size art book for Rebirth. I got a copy for you guys version yesterday. I need the art book for Stellar Blade. That's what I need.
Does it come with it? The highest edition?
No, it doesn't. It only comes with the costumes and stuff like that.
Maybe in their next game, it's like they can now afford to make higher editions with art books in them.
Yeah, and chat, I'll get this shirt back up on our website, Project Eggroll. I've been having been giving me some issues. I've been trying to upload it during the stream, but I'll get this one back up. But yes, if you guys want, like I said, if you guys want the Asian shirt. with the guy with the Raiden hat, you guys can get it at our Teespring account. But yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Let's see, thank you so much, Kohauser, Psychotic Mongoose, Celluloid Dream, Melodic Method, Void Wraith, Mo Zamboni, Tom Barry Masta, Justin Martins, WickedVirtue, and also thank you so much for her coming on. Vise, Melodic again. And Ing the Merciless. Thank you guys for all the super chats, the gifted memberships, the super stickers, everything. Holy crap! And the re-up on the memberships. Holy crap! Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We will be back next weekend, and we're going to be talking about X-Men 97. Oof! I hope it doesn't suck. But I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah.
All right.
Same.
Cool. All right, thank you guys so much, and take it easy. If you guys follow us on Rumble, you guys want to do that. But yes, we'll see you guys next week. Take care. See you, everyone.
Bye bye.